It should sound much better now. At least I hope it does. Is the volume alright? Pinata God, does it sound fairly even with the others? Oh my God!
When no one else is talking.
Pinata God. Woo.
If you think you're hard now, you should check out the 4K stream.
The after show.
The after show.
That
Well,
with the
after
Asm
dark.
voice is not a good. No. I don't approve. Well, Pinata God, that's the whole thing of his character. His character's name is literally a
My
joke,
name is-
a joke about ASMR.
My name is
His name is-
Azamar
his
of
character's
the
name is-
ASMR.
Yeah. It's a joke about Azamar and ASMR, and yeah,
Should we do little
So buckle
introductions for our characters then?
might as well. We got time.
Okay.
I can also do a little recap as well for just in general.
Okay.
There were
Possibly.
some mice.
There was some mice. There was some mice. Josh,
Yeah.
you want to do a little
can-
ditty about your character?
Yeah, once I find my character sheet. Yeah, where is that bad boy?
I haven't thought of a backstory for Elika yet.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fine.
basically
We can work things in anytime.
Basically,
Nobody
Homer Werbin Blurgen. Homer Werbin Blurgen is a mountain dwarf, loves to eat, loves it, and he's pretty quiet. You know, I'm sure you can imagine why. But yeah, I don't have much of a backstory on him yet.
Likes to
Oh,
drive
he
carriages.
also that's the other big thing is that for some reason he just loves to drive carts,
cargo.
cargo. He likes to move cargo. He just has this urge. It's like a beckoning.
We could do. Okay, I'm putting that.
3
on the back
gnomes in
burner
a
for
trench
now.
coat? Yes, we need that. Yes, Pinata God, we can add that.
Isn't that from Gravity Falls?
I think it is. Yeah.
Also, apparently, I think
yeah.
thinking is for other people. I prefer action. That cargo's not going to move itself.
Elika, you want to give a little bit of background?
Nah, sure. Oh, I just super maximized my character sheet. That's fine. Let's see.
Oh,
My
geez, ooh.
personality trait is that I know a story relevant to almost every situation. My ideal is that the world is in need of new ideas and bold action. My bond is that my instrument is my most treasured possession and it reminds me of someone I love. And my flaw is that I'm a sucker for a pretty face.
A good, well-traveled bard.
Mm.
Yeah, she's been around and she gets around.
And then, well, we have the ASMR joke.
Yes. So, Azam was a sheltered child, brought up in a royal aristocratic family, and he's a good lad, but he's a little awkward at times and can make conversations a little awkward when he enters, but he actually has quite the silver tongue, and he's been able to actually talk us out of several problems so far. He also happens to be a Hexblade Warlock. So he has a pact with
Sorry,
the
I just turned my
Raven Queen.
camera off.
Did it break something?
I don't know.
No, we're good.
Same position.
Okay.
Yeah. It popped back where it should be.
I wanna take an acetaminophen, and I don't know if that's allowed on a Twitch stream.
Yeah.
A what? Yeah, it's
We're allowed to drink, so. whatever.
Okay, it's just a Tylenol.
not, yeah.
I forgot to drink any
It's
caffeine
fine.
today, so I have a headache.
Ah,
Oh, you didn't pick any up this morning before you left?
No, because I was like, oh, I'll just get soda for lunch. But then they had this amazing new lemonade at Red Robin called like Poppin' Purple Lemonade or something. And it's prickly pear flavored and it's like tart. It tastes like
Ooh.
a sweet tart. It was amazing.
I might have to do takeout from Red Robin. There's literally one up the road from me.
That's the
Pear
the
lemonade,
one
yum.
thing I miss about caffeine and stuff like that is all the different drinks and the different things, all the teas and everything. There just isn't as much of variety now, not doing any caffeine at all.
Well,
I needed
there's
to go back to-
prickly pear lemonade that didn't have any caffeine in it, which is why I have a
Let me
headache.
try I also gave up caffeine, and I had such a craving for caffeine, so now I'm into like artisanal like decaf coffees because I needed to get back into it.
Well, I was just gonna say, Greg, can't you do decaf stuff like that? Decaf coffee, tea.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't like coffee enough to bring that back into it, but like I try to just like if I'm drinking soda, I drink a diet soda with caffeine free.
Yeah.
You know, so I try.
Oh,
to
that's
stick
what Josh
with that.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the
Yeah.
all the calories come in through the rum then. So caffeine free Diet Coke mixed with a bunch of
Oh,
rum.
Pinata God's gonna grab a nos. Awesome.
Oh,
I
Lot
don't
of
think I've only
caffeine.
had one of those.
yeah.
I went through a lot of monsters.
Undergrad, I had a lot of undergrad in architecture school. I had a lot of energy drinks like that. It was how we survived.
We drank a lot of.
And also why I don't drink caffeine anymore.
We were drinking a lot of monsters back when I would come over to your house when we played Rock Band.
We did. We played
Yeah.
Rockman all night and annoyed my parents.
Yes.
Did you have the drum set? That made
Yes,
the most.
that was
noise
what
at
I did. I
Rock
did
Band.
the
had all
drums.
that.
Oh yeah,
So
that
Josh-
was my go-to.
Josh, to describe my house, I grew up in like a log cabin basically, and there's no doors or transition from the basement sort of den where I would be, and the upstairs where my parents' room are, and they don't have a door on their bedroom, so they could just hear us.
I forgot that they don't
And
even
I'm-
have
man.
they didn't even have a door.
There's
yeah.
no door.
Oh man.
Oh, we annoyed the shit out of them.
You know, I thought it was weird. The house we were renting in Colorado had no door between the master bed and the master bath, but so we just ended up putting like a curtain up there. But it was like that was like the thing out there. It was really weird. Like some
Yeah,
of
it
the
was
places were
like
that.
of the houses we saw, like one of them didn't have that. Like all of them were just open.
Weird.
But we got like a what's it called? A light blocking curtain, a blackout curtain. There you go.
Oh yeah, those thick. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was like almost to the ceiling, but then it was like 4 inches from the floor.
It was just a little too short, but it worked though because it blocked the light then from the bed. Yeah, it
Mostly,
was just
yeah.
all on the floor pretty much.
Yeah.
It worked. But now we have a proper door on our bathroom.
Now we have an actually big house that I like.
I'm getting there. It's just so different.
It's a transition, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's what I have been saying
If-
to him.
Well, Chris, once you move down here, you're gonna have to come and hang out in our pool in the summertime
Definitely.
and see how
Ooh,
weirdly
yes,
shaped the house
definitely.
is. It's like
Our house
long.
it's 2 houses deep, or 2 houses, 2
No.
rooms deep and 4 rooms wide. So it's just like,
Oh wow,
whoop.
so it's like a
It's like a domino, kind of.
So you
the way
get
the
all of
layout
the
is.
back. You get like all the backyard space basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of grass.
Well, I'm
need a
probably gonna
lawnmower.
be in Philly, so like
Yeah,
I'm not gonna have access to anything like a pool or anything. So yeah.
yeah.
You'll be like an
we're
hour
nice.
away from us.
We're rocking the suburbs. Yeah, we're really far out there.
Yeah,
we're
we're
in the actual
almost-
burbs.
We are way closer to Reading than we are to Philly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're close to all the farms out here too.
Yeah.
Aside from my cousin, like everybody I know down there, I'll be like about an hour away because like my cousin and his wife live there, but then like the rest of my family is gonna be in Lancaster. And so, like, that's about an hour away as well. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Josh has an aunt and uncle that live in Lancaster, and my
Yeah.
parents live in York, which is
Ah.
literally the next county
Yeah.
over. So
Isn't Lancaster like just half an hour away from us?
Lancaster
that's
is
from my-
where
Because you
I
get
went and
Uncle
saw.
diagonally,
Yeah, I saw Matt Hollenberg in Lancaster
Oh, I thought it was
near
further. than-
Millersville.
It's a cool city. A lot of, I mean, I'm a craft beer fan, and they have a lot of breweries, so I always love going there and hopping
I'm-
around to different places.
I'm from York, so we have a historical
This is the final check on my voice.
grudge.
I didn't know that.
I mean, it's not really. It's like
Yeah.
fakely based on the Wars of the Roses, where the York The Yorkists were the white rose, and the Lancastrians were the red rose, and so it's York and Lancaster.
I never put that together. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
So on New Year's Eve, York drops a white rose, and Lancaster drops a red rose.
I'm gonna have to see if even my aunt and uncle know that. They've been living there for 15 years by now. So
I thought you were going to talk about. You said that Red Lion didn't they have a drive your tractor to school day or something like that?
Yes,
that
and
something else?
amazing.
Okay. When I think of Lancaster, I think of farms, so I thought of
Lancaster.
Lancaster.
Josh isn't from here, so he doesn't know how to say it.
Well, so we have two.
Right.
We have two
So many
Lancasters.
times, that was one time.
There's
I said it
a
wrong.
Lancaster, New York, that's right
There's-
outside Buffalo.
There's also a Lancaster, California.
Ah, didn't know that.
That's the one I always get asked about. And I'm like, no, it's Lancaster. If you go to the farm market, there are literally shirts that said Lane Kiss Dur.
Damn it.
This is how you pronounce it. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
There's one in Texas too.
Of course. I mean,
Lancaster.
it's
Oh,
a
there's South
British
Carolina.
thing, so of course it's everywhere.
In New York.
Pinata God, how has work been treating you? They've been keeping you really busy still?
What's he do?
I forget. Pinata God, what do you do? Tell us.
It's been a while.
For your career, not in your free time.
Well, he can tell us that too if he wants.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever you want. I'm not the boss of you. I'm only the boss of Josh.
Hey, now.
Is he back? He said he was back.
From the shadows.
Oh,
Oh.
He's typing.
oh, there we go.
Oh, hello! Oh, there he is!
There we go.
Whoa.
I work
Yes.
overnights for a crap
Yeah.
company, maybe uploading shipments. Okay.
He's back. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wah, 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 wah.
Quickly too. All right,
Very cool.
that's awesome. Get to the correct spot in the. There we go.
Yeah. We like hearing what everybody does. I'm happy that Drac got that job recently. I was really
Yeah.
happy about that.
What,
And
what
it's-
was that again?
He's helping people with tax stuff, I believe.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So that was good. And then Flip Flop's got that bank job, I think, now. He should be
Yeah,
starting
Yeah,
Bank
that.
of
right
America
back from
thing.
him.
Yeah.
And then Storm Drake is a police officer in Singapore.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we've had detailed conversations about Singapore and stuff with him while we were playing Warframe. Had a lot of fun talking with him.
Huh.
I think we're all back. Are we ready?
Let's get this show on
Want
the
to do
road.
this? All right, I'll run the recap. So last we saw our party, they entered the old Marigold Inn, met its proprietress, Rogma Banathar, and took on the challenge of the test market to once and for all prove that they were up to snuff for their patron, the mysterious V. They traversed a treacherous test of skill and might, jumping, swinging, and leaping around a sundered version of the inn. Next, they faced a mimic-infested inn, swiftly dispatched the few they awoke, and made their way to the next challenge. The following test, they experienced the inn from the scale of mice, trekking across the vast, rutted wooden desert, taking shelter under the tall canopy of tables and chairs. They encountered the inn's cat, Moon, stalking their every move until they dared to parley with the great beast. Moon let them be, and they scurried out the bright door portal into the next challenge that awaited them. So, as you're now getting pulled through what you can only imagine is time and space, this time in the transition, you don't feel that characteristic altitude pop that you had before, and that sort of pulling sensation feels unstable, kind of like as if like your soul itself is vibrating against it. And now this might take a moment to load, so bear with it. Probably all
Well,
loaded
this
at
looks
different
different.
times.
A dungeon.
This is not what I had in mind when I thought we were going through that portal.
I'm still loading it, so wait a second. I think it's because I can see more of the map at once.
You bring a mouse with you.
I did not. Did you think to?
This is like the definition of insanity. But we're in a different place this time.
Guys, we're
Are we,
moving
though?
forward. It's fine. I think we got it. We're good. We got it.
So you are in this unfamiliar place. From what you can tell, a damp, dark cave which begins to narrow ahead at the edges of your vision. Stalactites drip in opaque water, moss and mushrooms sprout from the wet corners of fallen rocks, and the air smells damp and stagnant, as if it's the same air that's been here since the cavern was first carved out. It's too dark to see, but all of you have dark vision, so you can see dimly past the edge of your vision, past the edge of the light around you, into the dark abyss ahead. And control is yours. Also.
All right, let's go.
All right. I'll go up
Aslan,
front.
this is where I imagine you grew up, in conditions quite like this.
It was not quite like this, actually. I did happen to grow up in royalty, so I was given nice accommodations, of course, but like I said, they wouldn't let me out of my room much.
So you'll come upon it's not a big ledge. It's just like about a 6-foot drop.
Elika's gonna like double flip.
Okay, you do it with ease. It's not a, well, it's not a long drop, and it gives you enough time to do the flip.
Sweet.
I'm going to attempt a single flip.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll for it?
No. Well, I mean, Elika, you're good. You're good. It's not a.
If he doesn't say to roll, don't roll.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, if you ask, I might make you
I'll
roll.
keep that in mind.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're good.
I was just gonna say I was gonna sit on my butt and fall down, just let myself drop.
The safe
like,
approach.
Scooting.
Homer, you made it look good.
Oh, thanks.
And you come upon, so now it narrows quite a bit, and only one of you can really pass at a time. And it's quite narrow. Elika, you wouldn't really have too much trouble passing. Asm, you might, with the sword on your back, kind of in an angle, you might have to wrangle that around as you pass. Homer, you might need to turn sideways. You're a little bit of a, low to the ground, wide
Stout.
dwarf.
Elika, do you see anything up ahead?
With my elf eyes.
Yes, with your elf eyes.
Looks like
Well,
there's
what
another
you-
ledge.
This ledge is much steeper than the one before you. This one drops actually about 40 feet down.
That's not what steep means.
It's
Sheer.
well, okay.
Elika, I would advise
Sheer.
against.
Cliff.
Sheer.
I would advise
Thank
against
you.
doing a double flip off of this one.
You
Not
can see
to
there's kind
tell
of a
you
bit
how
of
to live
rubble
your
around
life,
the
Al,
bottom.
but I'm just saying it doesn't look good.
Sounds like you're trying to tell me what to do, man.
I apologize.
Anybody rope?
Yeah, we have
Homer, you tell her. She'll listen
have,
to
like,
you.
150.
I don't know. Wait, rope? Yeah, I thought. Do I have?
Homer, do you
Oh
have
yeah,
rope?
because we have an explorer's pack. If we
I
have
have
that, we have rope,
Featherfall.
right?
I could just cast that on all of us.
That sounds different from what we were doing with rope before.
The rope didn't
The
really
rope that
help
looped
last
back
time.
around the interdimensional.
Yeah.
You mean the one that almost hung Adamus through a doorway?
Yep,
Yes,
That
that very rope.
that rope.
Yep.
Hung or hanged?
Yes.
Huh.
There's a difference.
I was hung like a
Now,
decoration.
what's the
through
appropriate? Because
doorway.
like,
Hanging like, yeah, hung like a decoration.
I think that's the way I
Hanged
wanna
by
use
the
it.
neck.
yeah. As was at that point, kind of, he'd be a little bit of both.
Yeah, I think he was. That's what I think he's probably kind of both at that point. All right, Adamus, what do you think?
Get closer to the edge.
You see, there's a
Ah,
stalactite.
sorry.
Ah,
As a
Yeah.
where are you right now? Are you right on the edge, or are you
He's
going
on the
over?
edge.
I can't do the halfway in between thing. How do you do that?
You have to hold Alt.
Okay, that's why.
Alt.
Sorry.
Alt while you're doing it. There you go.
Sorry, that was a false alarm. I didn't mean to
I just had to make
purpose.
sure. Now, now on either side, you see that there are stalactites. You don't know how, well developed they are and rigid, or sturdy. But they're there.
Like
I'm just gonna cast Featherfall on all of us, and we'll jump.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. If it's cast on all of you, yeah, you all kind of slowly
Whee!
float down to the ground.
I catch Homer.
Oh, wait. There we go.
There.
Oh, you want to?
I got him.
I'm surprised it didn't crush you.
I mean, we're all
strong man.
using Featherfall. We're
Oh,
all
you did
going the
use feather-
same speed.
I'm surprised it didn't slowly crush you.
I'm a rather strong man.
Fair enough.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's go.
Whoop.
As you start trudging around that bend, you hear a scrabbling from a hole in the wall,
Which wall?
and right next to Adamus.
Giant rat!
give me initiative.
Click on token.
Ooh, where is that?
Initiative.
As basically a ball of rats
Oh,
come squirming out
Rat
of the
king,
hole.
rat
Oh,
king.
rats.
A rolling ball of rats.
Oh boy.
Oh,
I haven't rolled good for initiative once.
no, I just need Homer.
Well, Josh just rolled a 0 for initiative.
Wait,
said-
Is that
where-
why he's? Oh, you didn't.
It said
You
no-
hadn't
no valid.
selected.
I didn't select the token. Is that why?
Yeah, you didn't have your token selected. Yeah.
Oh wait, do I need to re-roll or am I good?
There we go.
Oh, you're good.
You
Oh,
don't
there
have
you
to
go.
need to
Mine
reroll,
Okay.
You're not on the thing.
Is mine in? I
One
selected
second.
my token.
That's weird though.
I think.
It's me. Oh no, it is. It's me, Greg, and
Yeah, yours
Josh
is not
right
in,
now.
Chloe.
But I got a 20.
It is not. You're right.
Shift,
it's-
double click.
She-
How's it not in? It's on the.
It does that sometimes.
I see a 21 there.
There she is.
Oh.
Can
There
I
you
have
are.
the 21?
Oh yeah, we got it.
Okay.
There, Christian.
I can just.
I'm about to be eaten by a ball of rats.
Gotta hit it.
I have a quick question for you, Adamus.
If you say it, I'm gonna feed you to the ball of rats.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm going to ask you. In your travels collecting your wardrobe, have you had to deal with many balls of rats?
This is my first ball of rat. The rats don't make very good clothes.
I
They're very
mean the
tiny.
places that you have to go to get the dead clothes.
Oh,
Forgot about that. The whole.
I still don't
monologue.
find many rats. You know, they don't wear clothes, so there's no really point of fighting them.
Ah. I just assumed.
This
'cause
one-
I was assuming you've been around crypts before.
I have been in a crypt or two, but they're very clean. You know, I don't know what kind of crypts you've been in.
Okay, am I starting?
Okay, it's your turn. Yes.
I'm gonna cast sleep on the ball of rats.
Good.
All right. Oh, what's the threshold for the HP?
However many 5d8 that I roll.
Okay, that's. Oh, I forgot it was rolled. Yep.
So 24 HP.
That is exactly enough. As the ball of rats just kind of like loses control and just kind of rolls forward like a tumbleweed.
I look at the guys and I go, "You're welcome."
Okay.
And, then we can just
And we're
leave
out
this-
of initiative.
leave this ball of rats. Yeah.
Is that it?
I love that. There's just now a sleeping ball of rats.
Yes, they do look
right.
cute when they sleep.
Let's go, guys.
Onward. I was in the background there, just chowing down on a chicken leg, watching that happen.
Homer doesn't even know what happened. He didn't even know there was a ball of
Homer,
rats.
did you see that?
What?
You didn't see that?
Oh, that's coming with us.
Well, it's just carried. It's just like momentum,
That
kind of.
that lady friend of yours just put a ball of rats to sleep in an instant. That's talent.
All right.
Is this another cliff down?
Yeah, that one is. That one's only 10 feet.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna jump it.
Send it.
All right.
This is down 10 feet, you said?
Yeah, it's down 10 feet.
All right.
It's not hard to, It's a little bit. It's a little bit less sheer than the last one. I'm using the correct word now. So you can kind of slide down it to a certain extent.
It looks
Guys,
like
there's a
like
fork in the
slide.
path.
It looks like I could slide down over here. I'm gonna slide.
Animus, I have to ask you something I didn't get a chance to ask you before.
Yes, if you died, I would wear your clothes.
That's not, not quite what I was going for. How do those rats
Alright.
make you feel?
Oh. I would like to sucker punch Asa.
All right, give me an attack roll.
What is that? Like an unarmed strike?
Yeah, just be an unarmed strike.
Let's see if I remember how to roll this. 21 to hit.
21. Yeah, you hit him.
For
For 1 damage.
for 1 damage.
Damn it.
That's how it makes me feel.
You've just got a decent bruise brewing on your shoulder.
You know that trip to the family crypt I promised you? We might
Yes.
not be doing that now.
Right, so yeah, you come upon kind of an obstruction in your path.
Mm.
Me and Homer will go left. You guys go right.
All
Okay.
right.
All right.
My guess is it's just
Seems-
a pillar.
Yep. And your suspicions are confirmed as you round it.
Mm.
Oh,
Hey,
hey
guys.
guys.
Oh, hello.
Look at this thing.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Whoa.
All right, so you come
Ooh.
across this strange altar
It's a
at the
crystal
end of this
coffin.
path. It's hewn of simple stone, so it's nothing fancy. Kind of just like effectively just a block of whatever stone this is. Just kind of placed there with some etchings on it, but jarringly out of place in this untouched cavern. Upon the altar is a single rough-faced purple crystal about the size of a melon. Nothing seems like alive about the crystal. It doesn't glow or move, but you feel your eyes constantly drawn to it. Not in any
Wasn't-
sort of like you're locked to it, but like you just keep like out of the corner of your eye looking at it.
Like how you can't stop bothering a toothache.
Yep, basically.
Wasn't there a purple crystal? Gosh, that was like the first session.
With the cart.
Yeah, with the cart, there like the thing on the side of the road that we stopped for, and it was
Oh, the
like
little
a,
mini
a
dungeon?
cave.
We had to go down
Yeah.
into the ground.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and something happened with like phasing through the wall.
That sounds familiar.
You remember
I don't
there was a
know.
hole in the wall you climbed underneath, and Homer went to hit the crystal. Something happened.
It's funny. I was just thinking about hitting this.
Can I want to
Um,
roll perception on it or investigation, whichever. Which one should I
Investigation
do?
since you're looking specifically at this.
Ooh, crit
Um,
fail.
Pretty crystal.
I like smacked my head on it.
Let me give it a go.
Homer, you're a dwarf. Don't you know about rocks?
That's racist.
I wish.
I mean, you have some sort of dwarven advantage for when you roll to investigate rocks.
That is a very pretty rock.
Yeah. Your eyes are particularly drawn to it. You really like this crystal.
It reminds me of my mistress's eyes.
Cold.
Glowing purple.
Yeah, probably.
I guess I'll give it a shot with perception then.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Or you can use
Okay.
let me check your sheet real quick. See if I can
Oh, I don't know if
offer you
I don't
something.
have a check next to investigation though.
That's
Does it
okay.
matter?
No.
That just means you're not
Yes.
proficient in it.
Yeah. You can still give it a shot.
All right, let's do
It'll
it.
just be a flat d20 roll.
I was gonna ask you something, Christian. I totally forgot what it was gonna be.
So you can't get too much heads or tails, but you swear it's like there's like a fluid moving under the surface of it.
Oh, hey guys, I think there's something underneath this that we're not paying attention to yet.
It kind of looks like, have you ever like those like glitter toys that have like that particular like fluid in it that's like it swirls and stuff? It's
Oh,
like that
yeah.
kind of thing.
Inside the crystal,
Oh.
or
Or is it underneath it?
It's like under the surface. It seems.
It's in
like,
it.
So it's inside.
Like
Oh.
like the surface is smooth, but like you can see that kind of moving, like if you focus on it like you are.
Okay. Yeah, guys, take a closer look.
You feel a little bit more drawn to it.
Can
I
I
like
roll
this.
Arcana?
Yes, you can.
Wah, wah.
You don't get much more than you already did out of it. I
Elika,
mean, you
are
do
you
get a
all
little bit
right?
more than you already did about it, but you basically see that, like, you notice that fluid.
You seem a bit off, Elika. Are you all right?
I don't know. It's probably because I smacked my head on it when I tried to investigate it the first time.
Oh wait, you did?
I'm just saying because I rolled a
Oh.
crit 1.
Oh well, okay. I didn't
Uh-oh.
realize you had touched it.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh!
as your head contacts it, we'll say that happened now. As your head contacts it, immediately, like static, like TV static, like images will start to flash in your head of a great amethyst crystal floating in a starry field, stars winking out of existence behind it, and then the thrashing of meat and mouths.
The what?
The thrashing of basically just like it's kind of a blur of like meat and mouths, like biting at something.
The meat
Gross.
wall.
And
I tell them
would
about
like
the vision.
okay, and as you're doing that, I would like
And-
everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, and I have to
Yay.
get in really quick as she tells us that. And how does that make you feel?
Bear with me as I reveal some stuff.
lucky you're out of range.
I'm gonna need to move a couple. Well, no, I don't have to move a couple of you.
Well, good thing
kind
you
of
left the
next to-
initiative page up.
I have to clear it. Bad
Did you?
DM.
Mine updated. Okay.
Oh,
I've got 3 gems.
okay. Let's roll free.
Roll initiative again.
I'm sorry. I just gotta move a couple of you guys so I can get to these things. So I'll put you back. I just gotta select them for the
Finally.
initiative.
How many things can
Okay.
you put to sleep, Elika?
Ooh, that's rough.
Let me make sure it
Ready
orders.
to get crit hit
Yeah,
by
it
a
ain't
crystal.
ordering right. There it goes.
There we go.
Wow, Elika still.
18 again, thank goodness.
Wow. Well, as we start, moment.
Have we did we rest at all between now our last thing and now?
Yeah, is everything still active?
I just
You have
don't know
not
if I should
rested.
have 17 HP or not. If I should
You
be at
have
full.
not rested.
Right,
Okay,
so everything that we had, because this is supposed to be immediately after what took place last time, correct? So, like,
Yep,
my mage armor's
exactly.
still on, everything's still active.
I didn't
Yep.
lose any HP last time.
I just lost an HP a moment ago.
Neither did Homer, as the one moves in towards Homer. And it is going to
Uh-oh.
do. Does a 17 hit? Does a 17 hit you?
That was to everyone,
Everyone?
just so you know.
What? That was wait.
What?
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 You rolled the amethyst attack. It's in the chat for everyone, just so you
It's
know.
fine. It's
Okay.
whatever.
I always
I-
do
I
it
still
to
don't-
DM.
What is that?
Oh, well,
Wait, just
so I'm
clicked on
clicking
it by
off the
accident,
character
I'm sorry.
sheet. Is there a way to like set that? Because I'm just doing it off the character sheet.
Yeah, you have to
By
go into
clicking
the
the-
settings and toggle the public to GM?
Usually it's off.
Oh, I didn't know about
Christian, usually it
Yeah.
is off. I don't think we usually see it.
Usually you
It's
do.
each individual character sheet. You have to go in and change it.
Oh,
It's annoying.
that was really
that. Oh, okay.
So Josh, what's your armor class? Top left of the middle column under the word advantage.
16.
So 17 does hit.
Oh, that still rolls. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, oh well. It doesn't matter, dude. It doesn't matter. It's not that. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not that like.
You're not gonna lie like I do.
Whoops.
So yeah, so what was his armor class?
I'm 16.
Okay, yeah. So you take 4 damage.
A quick question. I
As it-
accidentally just clicked on something. How do I back out of an attack once I've clicked on it?
You can just hit. There should be an X at the top of that, or you can just let it go through, and we'll ignore it.
All right.
Well,
that might
but-
take my
so-
spell use.
You take. Oh wait, no. It's 5 damage. I apologize. I forgot to calculate up top.
Extra ow.
Christian,
As the shard.
Does this take spell uses? Like if I was to use a roll for a spell, will it automatically deduct the spell use for me?
Well, you should be tracking your. No, you should be
Okay.
tracking your spell slots.
No, I am
Yeah.
tracking. I just wanted to make sure,
Yeah.
so this didn't just.
It won't
deduct.
automatically. It's not like something
Okay,
like
don't pay attention to that.
the now defunct Orc Pub.
Oh, rip Orc Pub. That was a good one.
But so as Homer, the shard in front of you rotates, and a thin sort of plane of amethyst casts out and sort of glances off your shoulder.
So
Okay.
it hit me.
It hit you, and you did
Yes.
did 5 damage.
Yes. That hurt.
The gem next to Azim will turn to him and do the same thing. I imagine an 11 does not hit you. Azim, I imagine 11 does not hit you.
A wild Dracuda has joined the stream.
Oh, hey. Yes, we're nerds. We know that.
Hi, Drac.
We're playing D&D. How you doing, Drac? Yes, does an 11 hit you?
Me?
Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Yes. Okay.
1.
I imagine as you kind of sidestep this plane of purple light that comes out of one of the facets of this gem. It's now Elika's turn.
I'm gonna try and cast sleep again because that worked really well last time.
All right.
So I'm only aiming for the crystals. Actually,
God damn it, Drac.
Jesus, Drac.
Is
I might
that
be
a
with
good
you
thing
by
or a
the end
bad
of the
thing,
night.
Drac, at this
I
point?
bought this. I don't know if this is going to get picked up. Odin's Tears Mead.
Oh, nice.
Drinking tears.
I'm just drinking a little bit.
This session
Tiny
sponsored
little
by
wine glass.
Nice,
Christian's
Drac.
tiny wine glass.
Yeah, my tiny little port wine glass.
I love it. It's so cute.
I changed my mind. I'm not gonna cast sleep
Okay.
because I don't know if you would do this, but I know certain people would. Sleep affects creatures, and I feel like you're gonna be like, these are rocks.
Well, I'm not going to answer that
Okay.
until I'll answer it after it. Just so we
Okay.
have a resolution on that. But
Yeah. So I'm gonna take out my rapier.
And we have a Holly sighting.
I did. I hope you did too.
I'm gonna hit this one that's in front of me.
All right. Give me an attack roll. Your rapier just kind of glances off one of the facets of the gem.
Cool. Okay. I'm
Azim,
gonna
Your turn. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
actually, are we flanking? Are we?
I don't use flanking.
Oh, okay.
What?
Then I retract my question.
I've never in any of my D&D games utilized flanking.
never
We could,
used
if you want to include it, I can start doing that. I just don't know much.
I mean,
about
it's up to
Nah.
you.
It's just another
Okay.
rule for Josh to learn.
I just thought it was a rule. I didn't know.
It's one of those
We could
optional
just
rules.
ignore it.
Like, I get rid of flanking, but I don't deal with like encumbrance. That's kind of like
Okay.
one of my takeaways.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done then.
I hate encumbrance.
I'm making my
Um,
players do it in my campaign, and it's real annoying because one of them's a
In-
kobold,
Oh,
so he's
God.
just a tiny little guy. So he constantly has to be handing things to other people.
In a campaign that I was playing, it's currently on hold. I was a Genasi rogue, and I don't have a lot of strength, so that was always like, do I bring this or this? So my character was just like, you know what, I'm buying a carriage.
My gosh, I should tell our kobold that.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn, Azim.
All right. I believe I'm going to be green flame blade is that buff where the damage will go to another creature after I strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
You make a regular melee attack, and it'll jump. If you succeed, it'll jump to another target.
Right, and that'll do 5 damage to the next target, I think.
It'll calculate it all out. Yeah.
It'll calculate. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do green flame blade on the one to my right.
All right.
Are you the one looking at
that
this
would
right
be.
here? Yeah.
Is it number? Well, can you tell me the number? Would it be number 1 or number 2?
What's the one to my right?
It is. To your right is Splinter 2. Yeah.
Yeah, number 2 there.
Oh, can you not see the names?
No.
No.
Oh, it's one of those things. I still got to figure out the permissions thing in this. Like, I want you guys to be able to see these things because, like, I gave them all, like, they generate the numbers next to them, so, like, you can tell me, like, I want to attack target number 2.
All right, so I'm going to
So
do
it's just
green
easier
flame
communication.
blade, normal roll.
Just hit the button.
Jesus.
So 13 to hit. You again you glance off the facet of this thing, and all the green flame energy kind of goes into the ground.
Ah,
Oops.
Or wait, or does it say like, do you have to hit for it to consume? No, make a melee attack. Okay, so it's a cantrip anyway. So
wait, green flame blade is a
who
cantrip?
cares?
Yep.
It's a cantrip. Yeah,
Oh, good.
yeah. That's why it's good.
Right.
All right, this Splinter looks at Homer.
So the only spell that I have then is Arms of Hadar, right?
No,
What
you
do I
should have
got?
others. Homer, a 15 does not hit you, so you, knowing what's coming this time, kind of step out of the way of this, this purple, sort of flat plane of energy.
That was a close one.
So Drac, the reason I'm not using, so you mean tabletop sim? This has a bunch of macros that I can use to like simplify loot rolls and stuff, which is nice. Which is why I like this. I would love to use Foundry VTT, but that's what $50.
What is tabletop?
I think it's like tabletop sim.
Oh.
Bunch of different games, right?
Yeah, you can like it's like you can play
Oh,
board games on
oh.
it. I'd love to do that with you guys sometimes. They have Dark Souls the board game.
I don't play board games. That sounds fun.
Oh, was that Greg?
I'm looking through shit. Sorry, there's not much I can do because it's all linked in. You know, I'm just trying to flick through stuff.
Yeah, no, for actual spells to cast, you have Healing Elixir, that
Yeah.
Hellish Rebuke, you know.
Hellish
yeah.
Rebuke and Arms of Hadar.
Hellish Rebuke, remember, is that reaction. So if you
Yes.
take damage, you can use that.
Right, and it is a
All right.
spell though, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's an actual spell slot. All right. So next, Animus.
I'm
Got your
going
choice
to
of 2
attack
amethysts in front of you.
this one in front of me.
All
This
right.
one.
Give me a roll.
Where did my... There it goes. Alright, first sword strike. 24 to hit.
You hit easily. That's not a crit, is it? No, because it's plus 1.
No, for 4
And
damage.
4 damage. All right.
And I'll hit with my other sword, which apparently is also 24.
Oh, the bars aren't set up on this one.
Or that's another 4 damage.
That's why that didn't work. 4 damage. All right.
Yeah, so 8
That
damage
would be. All right. So that one is looking very cracked and chipped,
Sweet.
and it's kind of it seems to starting to be having trouble keeping itself aloft. It's
Is
kind
it
of
leaking?
dipping a little bit. It's not leaking.
Okay.
You can see it chips, but like it doesn't seem like any of what seemed like a fluid is leaking out.
Okay.
Right here, I'm just gonna get all these things bars set up. It is now Homer's turn to finally attack back.
All right. I'll go for the same one Adamus was going after then.
All right.
Try to finish
So-
it off. All right, let's do. I can just pick my weapon, right? Which one I want to choose if I want to attack.
Absolutely.
Here we go. We're gonna bludgeon.
Ooh.
And you
Oh,
hit
yeah.
and shatter into so it doesn't just shatter like glass. Like it starts to turn to shards, but then those shards fracture even more under an unseen force, and it just kind of hits the ground as powder.
Oh yeah.
As my family would say, hell yeah, Rook.
All right.
And as my family would say, hell yeah, Bishop.
You'll get to that episode soon, Josh.
All right.
What season's that?
Is
I think that's 4?
That's 4. I think it's 4.
All right.
All right,
No,
well,
it might be 3.
The splinter in front of Elika is going to lash out at her because you tried to poke it. Does a 10 hit?
No.
I'd imagine. Okay. And it, again, expecting this sort of, like, purple beam, you kind of step out to the side past
I like.
it. Matrix.
Yeah.
All right. That one is out of the order, so I can delete it.
You do 3 sessions
Alright.
a week?
Dang.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
A
lot
lot
of
of
D&D.
sessions.
That's a lot.
I guess I'm technically doing 3 sessions this weekend.
Yeah, you're busy.
Also a lot.
Because I DM'd last night, and I'm doing this tonight, and then we're playing Power Rangers RPG tomorrow.
Ooh.
I saw that came out.
Power Rangers RPG?
Why are we
An
not playing that?
official Power Rangers RPG book came out.
Christian,
also
why are we
like
not
to play
playing
that.
that?
Because I didn't have the money for it until now. Now that I finally got my first paycheck, I can buy that book
Yeah,
I was gonna actually tell you guys.
And walk about VR golf, please. For the love of God.
and walk about. Thank you for reminding me.
Ooh.
All right, Azim, the amethyst to your right that you tried to attack, goes for you.
Alright. That does not hit.
That does not hit you.
No.
And again, so you're all kind of wise to these shards' attacks, and you're starting to figure out how to dodge out of the way of them. Elika, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Masquerade.
try and hit the one in front of me again with my rapier.
All right.
Oh, that's not attack, that is item. There we go.
And again, you're glancing off the side.
Dang it.
Your rapier just can't seem to find purchase, because you're kind of like stabbing at like the pointy end of a like faceted gem. So you're just kind of like glancing off. Either way, and these shards are about probably like football size and also in dimension. They're kind of tapered.
I'm gonna move over beside Azim.
Okay. And Azim, it's now your turn.
These things seem to be pretty resilient against our blades. Let's see how they are against pure energy. And I do... Let me find it. Gotta get back to the core. Eldritch Blast at the one that is to my right. Again, that's number
Alright.
2.
Yep. Give me a roll for that.
Ugh.
Oh.
So the spell doesn't even seem to work. Something seems to like for a second like disrupt your connection to the Raven Queen, and your Eldritch Blast kind of fizzles.
The crystals apparently have built-in protections against my energy rays.
And this crystal is going to move a little bit in towards Homer and go for an attack. Hitting
Ooh,
you
that
now,
hits.
I believe.
Oh.
And doing 4 damage to you. as this this lance of flat purple energy kind of catches you again. As you just can't quite get out of the way because you have a little bit of extra width over everybody else.
I'm a slow mover.
Homer, are you all right?
Oh, I'm all right.
Animus, it's now your turn.
All right, I'm gonna move up here and I'm gonna attack it.
All right,
16 to hit.
Ooh,
that hits 9
9
damage.
nice.
Ooh, it is
second
looking very, very cracked. Oh, that's
19 to hit for.
And you shatter this one.
6 damage.
Does he get? He gets 2 attacks.
I have 2 swords.
Yep. So
Why
he
can't
gets
my
like
sword do that?
I don't
he gets
know.
the offhand like thing.
Very cool.
Right.
It's a crystal slaying sword.
That's 18 damage from that one move. That's insane.
Dual wield is kind of nice, especially once you can get a bonus. Your like dex bonus on.
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right. It is now Homer's turn, and now you're left with the last 2 shards kind of surrounding you.
All right,
Oh,
Homer. It's
yeah.
your turn to pay that gem back for what it did to you.
All right, the one that's down to my left. We're gonna whack it with my hand axe.
All right.
We're gonna try.
Oh, did
You-
you do
it-
the
you
range?
glance
That's the
off.
range. That's your ranged weapon, I think.
Oh, that's a thrown
is it?
weapon. Yeah. So
Oh,
Yeah.
oops.
So you want to do your main?
you're not you're.
So I can't use that one.
Well, you can.
You
but
can
it's...
use a hand axe as a weapon. Is it macroed so you can use it?
It looks like it
It's-
all worked.
I have
It-
2 to choose
we
from.
can
and
take
was-
it. We can take it as that working. I mean, I'm sure it's still calculating the same.
You
unless
threw
it's
that
using your
hand
dex.
axe at it point blank.
I still missed.
It's still
no,
missed.
no. That's not thrown. It's just saying that it can be.
Oh, it can be.
It's
Oh,
right.
okay.
It can be
Those are
thrown.
those are just
Okay.
the aspects of the weapon.
Okay.
So yeah, but you glance off. And I want to add, Animus, the gem that you destroyed this time does not turn to powder. This one
Okay.
is in discrete shards on the ground. All right. That other amethyst, sensing danger.
I don't think so, Drac.
Yeah, but you do. Unless you have a specific feat or build. But he wasn't using a thrown, so
Oh.
it's just in there because it's a thrown weapon. I kind of I added in the aspects of the weapons there. But so wait, this is this splinter. So this splinter, because you've
Which
been
one? We
trying to
can't
poke
see
it
what
at
you're
Elika,
saying.
will
Which one? When you say this splinter?
I
we
will
can't
do
s-
this
Yeah,
splinter.
there. Okay.
This splinter. Yep. Since you've been poking at it, Elika will try to go for you.
Good.
Bring it on.
Oh!
It misses.
All right. And again, you're too quick for it.
Good.
And this so it does pulse at the beginning of the okay. So this splinter, sensing danger from Homer, who tried to slash it with his hand axe, will go for him.
Oof. Oh,
And
damn.
hit. Wow. Homer.
Oh, Homer.
Oh.
Oh my god.
This
Dealing
crystal's like
6
you,
damage
Homer.
to you.
That's okay. He's
Oh.
the tank.
Yeah.
He is the tank.
How
Rather
much-
him hit.
Oh.
Homer, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it's pretty rough. I need a lot of food to catch up now.
I'm sorry to say that I wasted my last healing ability.
It is
I have,
now
don't
your
I
turn,
have
Elika.
don't I have a healing thing, Christian?
Yes, but it takes time to cast. It's not a combat thing. It's
Right.
it's a preparation thing.
Right,
It takes
right.
like an hour to cast. Yeah.
An hour?
Yeah, because you create the
Oh,
potion.
not the potion, the touch and hands thing, for light healing.
Do you?
I'm pretty sure I have that.
Is it on your character sheet?
Oh, it might be a feature for you.
Yes,
Let me see.
that's
here.
what I thought. 'Cause I made
Healing
sure to make
hands.
myself
Yes.
a healer.
Yeah. As an action, you can touch a creature. So it takes your entire action your turn.
But for
To
emergencies,
regain a
I
number
can
of
do it.
hit points equal to your level. So you would only heal 3 hit points.
It
So
saves
the
somebody
amount of
from potential death.
it literally would. It's
Yeah.
like healing word kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you can only use it once a day.
Right. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. Yeah, Elika. Well, third time's a charm.
Uh,
Uh,
let me check something. Okay, I'm gonna give Bardic Inspiration to Homer as a bonus action.
Okay.
So that's a d6 that you can roll on your next attack, Josh.
Yeah. So you get a bonus dice. You can so if you don't hit, you can expend that. Try to get extra points towards hitting something.
can you also use
Okay.
it on damage? Or is it just for hit?
Can you?
You can use it on ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So no,
Yeah.
not damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and insult these goddamn rocks.
Oh, let's see.
And I point at the one in front of
Oh,
me,
yeah.
and I say, "You're just a clod. You're just a bunch of rocks that got pushed together. You're not even
All right,
pretty."
What saving throw does it have to make?
Oh.
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
How wise are these rocks?
That's
Spell
just
save is 13.
doesn't have any bonus to this. So
It made it.
yeah.
Wow.
Gosh darn it.
Dang.
I have
Nothing
not
more
hit
than a
these things
puzzle.
once.
These rocks have really
Oh,
high
man.
self-esteem.
They have very high self-esteem.
All right, Asm.
That gem was
What are
very
you gonna do?
rock steady with its beliefs and self-confidence.
Boo.
Drag.
Ouch.
Sorry, not sorry. Let's go for. I'm gonna go for another green flame blade.
All right.
But see how you deal with this. And I come in for that same one that she just taunted.
Okay, so you're going to go in for the one on your left. Okay.
Yeah. Because I bounced off the one on my right. That one does not like me at all. God damn it.
You're glancing off this one again.
I'm
Man.
really having shit rolls tonight. That's pretty bad.
Well, that one's dead, so we can get rid of that one. It
And
is
that's
now
plus
Adamus'
5 too. On the attack.
turn. Oh wait, no, it's Adamus' turn, not Homer's.
All right. I will come down here and attack this one.
All right.
Just take them all out.
Going down the list.
Yeah.
Hey, I got one of
The
them.
circle.
You did.
You hit.
Jesus.
Wow.
That one's 2 damage. 13 to hit.
15 hit. The second one glances.
Okay.
All right. Homer, it's now your turn.
All right.
And he gets the extra 6 on his hit, right?
Yep. So see if you
Alright.
hit normally first.
Yeah, we'll go for the. Let's do the one on the right then too. The one Adamus was going for. All right, Homer smash.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
I can't read your message yet because the camera preview covers it up. But
It's
I'll
fine.
check that. I'll check that.
No,
later.
it's for later anyway. It's fine.
Okay. All right, and you smash through this one, and this one turns to powder.
Haha.
Automatically. So, 2 of them have kind of like disintegrated into a powder on the ground. That was this one. All right. The one in front of you, Elika, is now going to turn the point of its facet towards Asm and go for him.
I'm right here.
Is it going to roll? Did it not send it? There we go.
Oof.
And you're too fast for it, and you know it's coming. The kind of it turning towards you is too much of a sign. You got yourself ready for it. All right, it is now Elika's turn to try to hit it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and hit it again.
Ooh.
This time you gain purchase, and
Finally.
your rapier chips off a good portion of the right side of it.
She goes, woo!
All right, it looks very
Homer's
very
back there.
damaged.
Chicken wing in one hand.
Yeah. He still got the chicken wing, that's right.
Hit one with the
I
chicken
forgot you
wing.
took that with you. Oh my god. Azim, it's now your turn, and the shard in front of you is very, very chipped and damaged. It looks unstable.
Let's see if your defenses are down now. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Eldritch Blast again.
It seems
Damn
so.
it.
This time the energy lances out, but it kind of spins itself. Or no, in one of its sort of like unstable dips, it just kind of catches over the top of it,
Man.
and it goes wide. Edimus, famed shard killer, are you ready to?
Famed shard killer.
Known in one cave.
Known in one cave as the Shard Killer. Ah,
But you glance off this one as well. This one has been especially hardy through this fight.
if I miss
Homer.
my first attack, do I get my second
Oh.
or no?
I would
I
say
don't know how that
no.
works. No, okay.
I don't know. I would imagine no, because
I would
for
go
the,
with no.
that dual wielding offhand, it's part of your first roll.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's how it makes sense to me. But if I am wrong, I will correct that and get that.
No, that
right.
makes sense to me too. I'm good with that.
Okay, Homer, you're up.
The wily one, Homer.
All right. Well, my Warhammer hasn't failed me yet.
Well,
If it's
Drax has
offhand, you
turn.
can attack still. Drax says. So,
I mean, I'm good with whatever, however you want to play it.
do we want to resolve the? I am. If I am to be corrected, then I think you should try it real quick.
All right, let's see if I even hit.
I'm sorry, Josh.
Oh, no, it's all good.
Okay, well, sorry.
Get him with the follow through.
He took your thunder.
Nah, it's all good.
It shouldn't kill it though, because that one hasn't gotten hit
It's
yet.
a team effort.
Oh no, that
Yeah, I
shattered.
think I
That
did get
that
it.
breaks it. So that one falls into the rest of it falls into pieces. So now it's in basically 3 big chunks.
Oh, pretty sure you
so
just
two
don't
of
get
them-
the modifiers added to it though. What would that be without modifiers?
So that's
3.
normally with that offhand attack, you don't get the modifiers added to it unless you have a feat
Yeah.
for it.
So it'd be 3 damage instead of 6.
Yeah, that's still enough to kill it. Yeah. So we're out of initiative,
Victory.
and you're left with here. So
have a tiny
on
broom.
on the defeat of the final crystal, the large one starts to vibrate in place on top of the altar, and then it just disintegrates into powder. But the two that broke into shards are still there.
Hold on, my grandmother is calling me for some reason.
Okay, you can take a short break.
Break time.
Run the ads.
So Drac, how is life treating you? Is that new job that you got still doing okay? Have you gotten used to it?
I'll be back as well.
Okay.
Me too. I'll pick this up.
Might as well.
Yeah. So it's doing good for you then. Now, is this something where you're working from home, or are you going to a place? That's good, man. That's real good. $30-minute walk. Well, that's excellent then, because then that gets you out of your house, gets you into to be with some folks. That's always good. I like working. I mean, I like working out at in an office. I don't like working from home. I can't do that. All right, Pinata God. It was good to see you, buddy. You have a good night.
I'll see you, Pinata God.
Yeah, so it really sounds like that's a good setup for you then, man.
Oh, nice. Nice to get to walk there every day.
Well, and here's a great thing too. Then I mean, is as you're working and stuff, you get to save up some money. You'll finally be able to get like a sign of transportation, something like a little motorbike or something. You know,
Yeah.
you'll eventually be able to save up for something. Then you can start going to places, which is, I think, if I remember right, you weren't able to really get anywhere before. It was hard for you to get places. So, be able to save up for stuff
Yeah.
like that. That'll be a big thing for you. It's hard, but it's doable. There's a difference.
Yeah.
You'll have more options, and like the places that like you normally wouldn't be going because they cost money to do things. Now you can go out and start doing things again. Plus would rather help pay for my mother's driver. Plus would rather
yeah.
help pay for my mother's driver's license. Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
There you go. Well, you've got some goals then. That's good.
Goals are great. I'm a routine person because of my ADHD, so having goals kind of keeps me going.
Yeah. I try to introduce some type of goal that I want to reach, whether or not it's something stupid like something in a video game or whatever, something I can just keep thinking towards, that I'm working towards, or if it's something more important like now. I mean, like I'm trying to learn guitar now, so I'm trying to be able to learn songs, learn chords, progression, stuff like that. Going to the gym 4 days a week, making sure that I'm in the gym 4 days a week, losing weight, fitness goals, things like that. That's all my life right now.
Yeah, that's a big thing for me too right now, is trying to lose weight. I'm gonna be going back to the gym once things kind of calm down around here. But like I have an exercise bike here, and I've been trying to do that every day. I do different floor workouts and stuff like that. And I'm looking for when shit stops icing over to go for walks again.
Yeah.
I used to love that.
After helping her out, my next goal is to upgrade your rig. Prep for Stalker 2.
Stalker 2. Yeah.
Really? Okay. Cool. Her new gig is in the next town over and needs to get a bus, then a train to get to and from work. God, yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that's a lot of transportation, jeez.
Does the game have crazy requirements?
I haven't looked at what Stalker 2 needs.
I'll be right back.
I'll just still be here. Guess I can do some sort of clerical stuff for D&D. Read ahead so I know what to do. Let's see here. Just checking the notes. All right, they did a clever thing to get past that ledge thing, so I want to give them bonus XP for that. That's stop to think about that. See, I can say this now because they're not there. They're not going to rewatch the VOD. I'm doing a milestone thing, but I'm keeping track of like cool things that they do and like boosting them up quicker. I like it. Ooh. Oh, nice. Well, that's like a nice compact region. Yeah, it's good to start with something like that. I like what's the fort in the bottom right? Is it like a border fort or is it like an orc encampment? Alright, let me get chat back up so I can just see what you say. Wonder Draft and Dungeon Draft. I've never used those. I use Dungeon Painter Studio and sometimes Incarnate. Border Fort, yeah, I thought so. It looks like that. I like it. I like it. The Dungeon Painter Studio is more for dungeons. This was done in it. I would love to use Foundry. There's so many cool things you can do in that, but that fucking program's $50. And everyone have to buy it. That's just not doing that to them. Dynamic lighting is fun on Roll20. It just takes a fucking long time to load because it's browser based. I'd love to do more of that, but like this one took me like 15 seconds to load the whole page, which isn't a long time, but like when you're trying to keep the game rolling, it's annoying.
All right, Chloe should be back in a couple minutes.
Hey, okay. Let me get back to chat. Oh, so how you liking D&D so far? Just in general, like playing it. Like I'm not just, not necessarily the game itself.
Yeah, I'm still getting used to it because I feel like I'm not super creative, but I'm having fun kind of following along and learning.
It does take some time. When I mean, my longtime character, like I basically made a character like you, just a basic dwarf. I mean, he was a paladin, but basically fighter at the time back in college, and he's now a character that I've played for 5 years. More than that, honestly. You get into it eventually.
Yeah, you learn. Learn as you go.
Ullman Battleheart, the world's worst paladin. He is a paladin, and then the other 11 levels are shadow sorcerer. He is... he's kind of a shit. But yeah, it just takes some time, and like you'll think of things like what your character would do in situations, and it'll just kind of become natural.
Yeah, I also have like on my sheet I have stuff that might help me follow along.
And also like thinking about it this way, like your characters aren't like on your like super experienced, so like they're not going to do everything optimally in a situation, so it's fine.
That's true.
Just do what makes sense for you at any given time, and you can learn things along.
We're putting personal touches in. Yeah.
Yes. I'd love to use Tabletop Sim for D&D. It sounds like a fun time. I just think that there's a lot of features that I would want it to have that it might not have. Because like I think I've talked about it, before, but like with these like modules I have, like I can select a bunch of enemies and roll initiative for them all at the same time. I can roll loot tables for these guys. That's just back to house stuff. It doesn't matter to talk about, but
My grandmother was just calling to say hi. In case anyone was worried, she is 96, 97,
Wow.
96. 97.
That's
around there. I don't know.
Around.
Yeah, my grandpa just died last year and he was 99.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
incredible.
That's incredible, like, to make it that long.
Yeah. Josh was like,
imagine
oh,
it.
he was so close. So close to hitting 100.
Well,
His birthday would have been in June. Yeah.
It was like, didn't Betty White do that too? Like, she was like she was like just a month off hitting like her
and like
100th
Entertainment or whatever put out a magazine about it, and then she died.
The best thing I saw about that was the best joke she ever told was dying a week before her 100th birthday.
Yeah.
That's comedic timing, kind of. Oh, screen YouTube. Oh, that's a way to do it too. I can have Roll20 open just for those things. Interesting. I'd love to try a game in tabletop sim sometimes. But there's another thing. Jack, have you ever heard of what's it called? I have it on Steam. It's kind of like that. I should know this. What's it called? What's it called? It was the like virtual tabletop that had like actual minis, not Fantasy Grounds. What's it called? I went into their Kickstarter because it was such a cool project. I've shared this. Do you remember, Steve? I've shared this like a bunch of times in group chat. Not Tabletop Playground. Oh wait, I can just look in. I'm in their Discord. Tailspire.
Oh, I...
Look Tailspire up. That's another cool one. And they're like regularly updating it. It's on Steam now.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, I'm good whenever.
Uh-oh, did we lose Chloe again?
Oh,
No.
Sorry, I'm just in the next room. I can still hear.
She's
Okay.
got the luxury of a wireless headset.
I do. Sorry, I had to go get hand lotion and chapstick.
Oh.
I'm drying out.
All right. Combat in a
All right.
cavern can do that. All right.
So, as I said before the before the break, when the last crystal is shattered, the big crystal on the altar kind of bounces around, and then shatters into dust, and you're left with just a smooth, slightly etched surface of the altar.
Those crystals on the ground, perhaps we should bring them with us. They may be of value.
I agree.
Sure.
I'll pick them up and put them in my bag.
All right, you now have probably 6 shards of like this deep purple crystal.
All right.
Onward.
Onward and downward.
Homer, how are you feeling?
Oh, fantastic.
Biting into the turkey leg.
Now, can I use that that ability on him right now? Then, outside of battle. That
Outside of battle,
touch of hands. Yeah.
Yeah,
Healing hands.
give him 3.
3.
yeah.
All right. I use healing hands on Homer and give him 3 HP.
So
back.
Homer, you get it's 3 back, but you still get 3 back. You're feeling a little bit more of a pep in your step, you know. Might be
The
more of a
chicken leg
chicken
helped
than
a little
that,
bit,
but it's
too.
still- yeah. I was about to
Yeah.
say. All right, and so you come upon this ledge is going up.
Ooh.
How
And
far up?
It's still not that high. It's like it's just out of your reach. It's about 10 feet.
Elika, can you and your elf acrobatics do a flip up that?
I can scramble.
All right, for that, give me a dexterity check. It could be acrobatics or you're climbing. I mean, maybe if you scramble the right way, it could be kind of acrobatic, but I don't know. Depends on how you want to describe it.
Just a check or a save?
A check, like it can be athletics or acrobatics as well if you want.
Oh, okay.
A general scamper up the wall.
Then I'll just do my
yeah.
best one.
Right, yeah, you definitely scramble up, kind of pushing off some rocks.
It was a very
Parkour,
elegant
parkour.
scramble. Yeah, parkour.
I will also scramble.
You do a little flip at the end just as a flourish.
Oh no.
Not Not as well.
Your foot just immediately like crumbles a rock off the wall, and you hit your face into the wall
Oof.
ungracefully. You don't take any damage, but it looks shitty.
I am going to then.
Customize it.
I am going to then step on top of Adamus and use him as a stepstone to get up.
That'll gain you, like, yeah, it'll be just at your reach. You can just get your fingers up there. If you want to give me a athletics check to pull yourself up.
Ooh, athletics. Okay.
Because at this point, you can't really, you're kind of committing to strength pulling yourself up.
Oh fuck.
Sure, you going up there?
You just kind of get stuck as I don't know, Animus, are you going to stay there and let him walk on you?
I'll lift him up a little bit.
Oh, okay. Then
I'll allow it.
you gain a little extra
Allow
height enough to kind of put your elbows up if you want to try again.
Let's see.
Basically treating it as like the help action.
Fuck.
You're
All right,
You're now
off my
kind of
back.
just stuck. You're now just kind of stuck there. What do you do?
I'm like, all right, off my back. Now you can just hang on there.
So
or something.
so
Alright, I'm just
yeah,
happy.
Adamus, you're now just kind of like stuck there. You're kind of dangling off the edge, like your head's up, but
Yeah,
like
look, how's it
you
going?
can't like lift yourself past that. Probably your heavy sword on your back is
Yeah.
doing you.
I'm just gonna sit here for a minute.
I tried.
Take a load off.
I think Homer has to.
It's starting to get kind of
Yeah.
uncomfortable. You're gonna lose grip in a little bit.
So how tall is this up now?
No,
It's 10 feet.
Homer
Does someone
could use
wanna,
that
like,
to get up there.
10
Toss me a rope or something, and I can just pull you guys up.
Oh, I wanted to do something more actiony.
Okay, Homer,
No.
you can try, and
I was
then
gonna try
that'll be the
once.
next step.
One try.
I whispered
Alright.
to Adamus, he wants to impress her.
I was thinking
Nat
about like
20, nat 20, nat.
Huh?
20. But what are you doing, by the way?
Oh, I was gonna run up to the wall, take my warhammer and slam it in and like spring up.
Like
Yeah.
that
Oh,
game
okay.
with the guy in the pot
Yeah.
and the hammer,
Yeah.
where he has to
Oh,
hook
getting
himself
over
up.
it.
You're getting up.
yes, yes.
Just like
Yes.
You're gonna do your best to get over it. Okay.
Yeah. With athletics.
Sans pot.
Yeah, sandspot.
And you get over it with
unnatural
ease.
20.
I send it right over.
He
You
like
start
comes
to- you
up, and
start
as
to-
he's
Whoop.
flying in the air, we high five.
Yeah.
And in the back of your mind, Homer, but just for you, you start to hear a condescending British man mumbling something.
Yeah.
Oh.
Steve gets it.
One condescending British man, you say?
All right. Anyway, Azim,
Look.
you're starting to feel your arms are starting to get very tired. You feel like you're gonna slide back down.
Do you think maybe you could give me a little bit of help here?
I tug on his leg.
That
Adamus,
kind of
has
puts you
Adamus
over the
made it
edge.
up there yet?
No, I'm still on the
So
ground.
if you tug on his leg, that's kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, and he falls back down.
Oh,
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
that's not
we're
what
gonna
I had in mind.
we're gonna throw this rope up to Elika, and she's gonna pull us both up. Maybe.
Homer and I
I'll-
will do
I'll
it
allow
together.
it.
All right, up the
Aw.
rope goes.
All right. You now have one end of a rope.
Yeah. Throw a pillow at her.
Is
Cat
Chloe
trouble.
being a
The cat gets
troublemaker?
mean. You have to throw a pillow at her or something.
Jeez. All right. So yeah, you now have the rope. You can assist them getting up.
All right, come on, guys. Stop dilly dallying.
I'm gonna do this as whatever roll to get up. With the help action, so with advantage.
Okay.
So it's probably be like an athletics, right? To climb the
Yeah,
rope.
athletics with advantage. With a 15, you get up with a little bit of trouble. Your foot slips at one point, but you can catch yourself and you're able. Azim,
Nat
Ropes
20.
ropes are your friend. This finally makes sense to you, and you basically, with the help of Elika, you're walking up the wall.
Like in the old Batman TV shows.
Yes.
Yep.
He's like totally sideways.
And
I
you
had
don't
to at
feel
least
any
make that
extra
look
resistance
good.
on your end.
I stole that joke from one of my players from last night. They did the same thing.
That's great. All right.
That many fails in
put
a
you
row,
all-
I had to at least make that look good.
You had a lot of practice in your room, didn't you?
Yes, I did have that classic jungle gym in the middle of the room that all of us 90s kids grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hand the rope back to whoever's it was. I don't even remember.
Coiling the rope.
I'm always gonna remember that to the day I die in that game. What the hell is it that we've been playing with the
Devour.
with the stupid jungle gym in the middle of the bedroom?
Yep.
Oh my god, that's
Oh,
creepy.
yeah.
That's what
so
I was
random.
referring to.
Oh my God.
Come on, guys.
Sorry.
And another narrow passageway, as you can see, just a narrow band. This one's a little bit more narrow because there's some rubble on either side of the
I
opening.
like the
but
way
you-
the dynamic lighting does this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
That's cool.
Can I squeeze?
Yeah, you can squeeze through. You might just have to take equipment off your shoulder and just kind of hold it as you go through. But you don't need to make any checks at this point. Like you can squeeze through.
The squares were unhappy. Okay.
Oh, did it not? Oh, because of the because collision. Right. I forget how annoying. Another reason I wish we were using Foundries. I can do a lot more with that, but I can only make them either have collision or not have collision.
Okay. Guys, there's like a classroom back here or something.
Ooh.
Or a cafeteria?
The decor reminds you of the inn. But it's wrong. It's kind of like someone described the inn to someone, and this was their attempted at recreating.
Somebody drew it, and then somebody described that drawing to someone else, and then they drew it too.
I'm gonna suck
Homer,
in
you
my
going
gut.
next?
Yeah.
Homer, you have a little bit more trouble getting through.
This is an odd place, Elika. I don't like it.
Yeah, with some struggle, you can get through. Animus, being a lithe elf, can probably just sort of...
I'm alive. Buttery elf.
It's like the cat thing where they can make themselves fit into a smaller space than they...
As long as my head fits, I
Very
can
lithe
fit.
and athletic from all those years. All those years chasing down
he's
and
a
murdering
raccoon.
Fays.
Did you just mention the Fae?
I did in your
This
years
smells
chasing
like a
them
Fey
down and
place.
murdering.
They
So
don't
yeah,
have
this room...
very good clothes.
Okay. There's a transition where this room begins to turn into the inn, and some of that space is littered with broken detritus, chairs, broken tables. But then that far end of the room is eerily intact and not dusty. It looks just like an inviting room, like inviting in, but without windows, and
Can I
like an-
perceive the room?
you can perceive the room.
I will do the
As
same.
you're doing that, so this feels like someone tried really hard to make, like I described, someone tried really hard to make an inn. It's sort of like a mockery of the idea of an inn. But as you're both realizing this, behind you, everything starts to shake and rumble.
Uh-oh,
And
guys.
that cave behind you suddenly detaches itself from the sides of the inn and writhes back in space like it's like a snake.
What?
Oh.
Oh,
Def-
And
Definitely
left in its
fake
place is the
trickery.
other half of the room. I can't really change the map to fit that, but
That's fine.
imagine like this room mirrored.
Yeah.
And just kind of like it's like a snake letting go of its prey, but it just kind of shrinks back into reality.
Adamus,
Yes,
I think we are inside of a tunnel snake.
we might have a time and tunnel snake.
Fucking hell.
Very rare.
Very rare in these parts.
Well, yeah.
All right, well.
Got him.
Oh, so if this is the tongue, the whole thing is the worm.
Run.
So I'd like to
Uh,
leave this worm.
Yep. And at the end is a door, and it's open. It's openable. Like you can turn them. It's not
you
locked.
can just open it.
I shall
think
press
we
it
should
open.
And
do it.
when you open it, there's that same sort of bright light wall.
This again.
Let's do it.
Once more into the breach, dear friends.
All right, this time we sacrifice the mice.
All right. So you all step through.
Yes.
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 All right. Well, you feel this time the characteristic pop is back. The old familiar pull is back. And here you are, back in the inn.
Familiar.
Wow, look at this.
The gambling tables have multiplied.
So as you come in, it's late hours, and you can see outside that the sun, the sun is casting less light into the building. Some of the, the oil lights around the inn are on. Only a couple guests remain. Ragma is behind the bar, writing on a slate with chalk, the beer list for the next day.
Kitty cat. Kitty cat.
Oh, you're all back. Good to see you. Yeah, come sit down. And as you do this, she starts to pour some soup from a fired kettle behind the bar.
Who
That
does?
clam
and-
chowder we turned her onto.
Yep, exactly. And this man beside you with fiery red hair and a blue tunic and a red cape smiles kind of to the side and turns to you guys and said, "Good to know you all had it in you, that my gamble paid off. Omen doesn't like it when I'm wrong."
Are you V?
One and the same. I'm known as Viari, longtime member of Acquisitions Incorporated. But enough about me. It's all of you I'm interested in. You got through the test market, or at least the separate version I had Dark Magic whip up for me. Now come. I come to you all with a long overdue offer. How would you like to make a lot of money?
Always.
Who would?
When I whisper in his ear, I'm listening.
We're offering you for a brand new franchise of our company, Acquisitions Incorporated. We'll name you Team D, start at rank 1, but you get more rights than a standard Team 1, rank 1 team. A little larger area. What do you all say? We're a venturing company. We're known to take contracts from around the realm. A lot of people come to us first. What do you say?
Sounds like a lot.
Oh,
of
and
work.
per the agreement with Ragma here, the inn will be partly yours.
What about the cat?
Was the cat part of the deal?
That's up to Rock. That's up to Rock.
Or is it
We can
only
get our
part of
own
the
cat. We'll get you
Okay.
your own cat.
Oh,
Ragma scratches her head. I'm not sure how Moon will do with another cat, but we can always find out.
that kitty cat
Oh.
right there, by the way, that needs its best kibble treats brought to it as soon as possible.
Oh, I can bring out his favorite sardines.
That will do that.
So he's been a bit of a bad cat today. He was rooting around on the floor for some unknown reason.
He's a good kitty cat.
I'd
Don't
like
ask.
to order that cat a round of milk.
Yes, a round of
No,
milk
no.
and sardines.
Okay, in honor of you guys coming out, I'll bring the cat milk and sardines. Okay, she'll go into the back room, and you see Moon looking at you,
Oh,
just looking at you.
have a good night, Jack.
Enjoy
Enjoy
Jack.
your,
Oh, have a good
your
night.
alcohol coma.
I hope you can feel your legs in the
Jesus.
morning.
Yes, I really do
Please
hope so
do.
too.
All right. Yeah, so you just see Moon looking at you. Don't know why, just looking at you. Oh,
Go
so
pet
you're
the
all
cat.
in. You go pet the cat. Viari now, because you're all looking at the cat, is now looking at the cat. Am I missing something?
You don't know what we went through.
Good cat.
Oh,
I'm gonna go also pet.
I shouldn't have been.
Oh.
Wait, so okay. let's walk back through this because you went through the test market. There was there was my jumping puzzle. Then you guys were against the mimics, right?
Yes.
Make sure dark magic got that right. Then you should have been very small, but there shouldn't have been a cat there.
Oh, there was a cat.
There definitely was.
That's unusual. Dark magic must have put that in there as a joke. Oh, then you all should have gone to the rest inn, where the food came back indefinitely.
I'm sorry, what was that?
What?
The rest inn. Unoccupied, but the food would always come back to the tables. The meat was always
try
not
a
see
cavernous tunnel snake with a crystal that tried to kill us.
He kind of spits it spits back his ale again. He's like, I'm sorry, what?
We were
There's
inside
the
of a tunnel
crystals.
snake with a rather large purple crystal that split into shards that then tried to murder us.
That wasn't part of the script. Jim does like the color purple. But if he decided to have a little fun with the concept I gave him, I'm gonna have to give him a talking to.
So perhaps a level 2 adventuring party with a little bit more perks after getting through that.
I'll put in a good word for you with Omen.
Yes, you'll do that.
But I mean, from here on out, it's for you guys to build. An Acquisitions Inc. franchise is like a newborn baby. It's all of yours to raise. HQ will send supplies and client requests your way, but what you choose to do, what you choose to pursue, and how you choose to do it is up to all of you as a team. Let's have a huddle.
Team huddle.
Team huddle.
There's a
my
very
arm.
corporate, team building huddle. Well, have your soup, rest. As for me... Oh, I should tell you, tomorrow a package will arrive from corporate, and a new intern she'll be bringing it in. It'll tell you everything you need to know, give you all the materials, and let you pick your roles. So, as for me, I am off to Candlekeep. I heard they had the largest chandelier in the Sword Coast, and I'm about to check something off my bucket list. Goodbye.
Do we get an intern?
He starts walking off. He star's walking off.
Does the
You're
intern
free to
run
stop him
errands
if you
for
want to.
us?
They bring you supplies that we can't send. It'll all explain. He'll explain everything. I hope.
Goodbye.
If he
have
doesn't
fun.
tell me, if he doesn't, he turns around. If he doesn't tell me,
Have
Okay.
fun with the chandelier. Make sure you sing the song. Have a good one.
right? He walks out.
What
All
a
right.
nice guy.
I like him.
It seemed
Short.
pretty good.
Nice.
He was concise, to the point.
He was the nicest one we've interacted with so far. He seemed genuinely surprised about the tunnel snake.
Just a little.
Well,
Would anyone like some ale? Rogma says behind you.
I would very much
Yes.
like some ale, and then I would like to gamble a little bit.
Oh, well, you can see there's only one person finishing a meal over here, and then there's two sort of wealthy-looking guys just talking behind a closed a closed curtain here.
I will go have a word with them on my own for a moment.
All right. Rogma will turn the beer list around for you all to see, and I can read it off if you want to hear it. There's quite a bit there.
What are the highlights?
There's War Priest Dark Ale, Red Larch Regular, says it's a red ale, Velvet Curtain, Lord's Favor, and Little Dagger.
I'll have the velvet curtain.
All right, and she pours a deep amber brown beer with a frothy white head for you, and puts it in front of you. For reference, if you've ever had a Dunkelweiss, that's what it is.
Mm.
I will say these are actual beer recipes.
Hmm.
There's a sideshow with this. The D&D game that this was based on has a sideshow where we brew beer on Twitch.
I have
These are all
returned.
recipes that were. Did you want to have a conversation with them? Or...
I already talked to them. They are my cousins.
What?
Oh, interesting. Well, we aren't far from Waterdeep, Garden says.
I don't get to see them that often.
They seem to be shuffling out of the inn now that they've talked to you. Quite hurriedly, actually.
They're kind of looking back over their shoulder.
Goodbye. Goodbye, cousins. Goodbye.
They're still nervously looking over their shoulder as they walk
I
out
get
the
along
door.
with them the best.
I'm sure they feel the same, dear.
I'm not trying too hard, am I?
I can tell you mean well.
Do you guys need like a long rest? Oh, I think Josh's phone is ringing.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
He's been being called into work all day. It's annoying.
Oh, that face says it all.
Well, this is a good time to leave it. Potential. Well, kind of.
It's only 9:30. It's not really.
I stayed up till 1:30 a.m., so I'm pretty sleepy, but I
Oh.
can power through a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, if he has to like work.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but we're close enough to the intended stopping point. We can go a little longer past that, but there is like a point where like we could call it.
Yeah.
Tell him to get stuffed, Josh.
Chloe, how's work going for you?
It's good. I'm learning a lot.
That's good. So is your
always
position
good.
very different from what you were doing?
Yes.
Okay. Is it working with a similar subject and you're just on a different side of it? Or is it...
No.
Hmm.
I really can't say much.
Fair.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm gonna have to hit the hay a little early on this night. I got a work call.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
But depending on how much later we're playing, maybe I can hop back in. But I gotta take a look at this.
Okay, well we can hop back in. There's a definite stopping point that we could try to get to, but like how long are you thinking?
I don't know yet. Probably, hopefully, just 10 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's a work call.
No,
okay.
it was just something I'm hoping I could just restart.
All right. Me and
fair enough.
Adamus, I'm sure, can bullshit our way through this.
Yeah, I mean you can RP for a while. Homer can be drinking beer,
Yeah, I
silently,
still got the chicken leg in the other hand.
eating yet another leg.
Another chicken leg.
All right.
Ragma seems concerned. She's like, I don't remember just cooking that for you. Let's pet the cat.
A never-ending
Um,
chicken leg.
She scratched me.
Well, yeah. Moon is too engrossed in the
The
sardines.
sardines and milk.
Doesn't want to be touched right now.
I leave her alone. I'm just gonna go upstairs, guys. What the heck?
I go over to the cat,
Are you going upstairs?
and I point at the cat,
All right.
and I go,
You
remember
over there?
where you got that and why you have it.
I can't move you without moving everybody, but you're all the way. If you do go upstairs, you're all the way over to the right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Adamus, shall we go upstairs?
I thought you'd never ask.
Oh, here. Let me show you to your offices.
Oh, we have offices
Oh,
now?
we have upstairs?
Well, it's the same room you stayed in, but I added some things.
I wonder if your
So
door's
she'll,
still talking.
Oh. Let's go see how my door is today.
A second, let me just grab you all as a group. Oh,
Adamus, did your door talk to you?
No, but you were talking to yours all night.
I'm gonna pull you guys over here. There you go.
And then that one door was a mimic.
So she'll lead you guys over to that.
That's a good point. Perhaps my door is a very passive mimic.
Yeah, it could be very passive. It's a nice mimic.
What was his name? Steven, do you remember that one episode of Hello from the Magic Tavern? Or maybe you didn't get a chance to see it. The treasure chest that talked.
Nope. Nah, I don't remember
It
that.
was one of the McElroy brothers.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I forgot that they went on Hello for the Magic Tavern.
yeah. And the dad, I think it was the dad that was on Mission to Zix.
Who are these people?
Yeah, the dad was.
Yeah,
The McElroy brothers
yeah.
Yeah.
and father. Yeah.
Did you say what did you
McElroy.
say?
It's
McElroy.
McElroy.
McElroy?
Who are
It's
they?
McElroy. Right. It's
McElroy?
McElroy.
Yeah,
I still don't know who they are.
Travis McElroy and the other one. What's the other one?
I should really get it right.
I don't know what
Been
their names
watching them
are. I just know
forever.
who they are.
But yeah, the dad's on
Yeah.
Mission to Zix. He plays Big Turtle.
Wait, what?
Big Turtle.
Oh.
He's at the Zima planet. He's
Oh,
the one
yeah.
who runs the landing field.
That's right.
I'm still
Well,
listening. I'm just gonna step away.
Who are these
Okay.
people though? Are they just podcast people?
Yeah,
they
big
comedians?
podcast.
They're kind of
people. They're like,
I mean, they've had a D&D podcast for a long time called
Oh,
Adventure
okay.
Zone.
They're
They
the
do a
Adventure
bunch of
Zone
things.
guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
and what's the other one? My brother and me.
My brother. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I know this
MMBA
name
episode. My
because
brother and me. Yeah.
their annoying ads are at the end of every episode of Mission to Zix.
Yes,
Ah.
they're big. They're up there like a Paul F. Tompkins level of podcaster.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
judging by their ads, I will never listen to them.
No, they're really good.
They're funny. One
Their
of them's
ads are
doing
annoying.
a randomized like streaming to on YouTube. A
The one does a
randomized
stream with his
Zelda
wife,
Link to the
too, I
Past
think.
one.
Hmm.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, the one.
Which one-
doing the
which
stream
one?
with his
Was it-
wife. His wife's like a doctor
Griffin,
or
or is
something
it-
like that.
Is it Griffin or is it one of the others? Is it Travis?
I think it's Travis.
Sawbones.
Okay.
So,
Oh yeah, I forget.
what?
All right, let me pull you guys in here. So she takes you into that room
Okay.
where you guys were before, but she's like, well, more than just your rooms to stay at. This is now your office. This whole thing, past the door.
I can't see anything.
Oh, did I not pull you over?
No, we just can't
Oh,
see into
it's
the
shift.
side rooms.
There we go.
Oh, there we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
I just need to pull over. Now I can see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was hitting Alt. Where'd he go? Okay, there he is.
It was-
I was hitting Alt. Yeah, but I was just gonna take you a little bit further to the room, but just to here, so you can see. But here you are. So those are still all your rooms, but this is now your base of operations, living room, little war room, I guess you could call it over here for planning
Mhm.
purposes. Yeah, this is all yours, and the inn is half your team's, half mine now. We share this.
What kind of creature is this mounted to the wall?
That's that's a stag.
Hmm.
It would be like a dire elk sort of thing. Giant elk.
Oh, it's big.
It's much larger than
Things
Oh,
like
that
this
one,
dot the walls of my family's castle.
I'm sure they do, dear. It's like this one I took down long time ago, and she looks a little bit, kind of wistful, a little bit forlorn, but she shakes her
Wait.
hand. He's like, "Well,
So that's an
Were
old
you
lady.
friends with the elk
friends with." Oh, I'm sorry. I went
before
hunting.
you murdered him?
I went hunting, and then I gave thanks to I specifically prayed to, I believe it was Meliki.
Hmm.
I have a friend who has ties to an old friend who has ties to a wood elf conclave who worships Meliki.
My uncle took me on a hunting trip once. I was never very good with a bow, you see. I was always better with a sword or with kicking things, but I never had too much success with a bow. I could never get it right.
Kicking things, you said.
Yes,
Would
kicking
you like
things.
to go on a hunt with me sometime where we kick a deer to death?
I would love that, Adamus.
It's a tradition of my people.
Is it?
It
I'm
is.
interested who your people are.
I would love to go on a family deer hunt with
This
you
is the
and your kin. Perhaps I could
and
even
underneath.
kick said deer so much that I could make that pelt into an outfit for you.
Maybe that is the goal.
Is that how your family gets a lot of their clothing? They shape it through curb stomping forest animals to death and ripping
Just
their
the good
hides
stuff.
off.
Most of them we get from corpses, as I've explained.
So this is more of like an occasional yearly hunt
Yeah,
or something.
this shirt was my mother's.
That has some
They are
implications.
Now, I have multiple questions, Adamus. Is this an
Okay.
heirloom passed down? Or did you
Uh,
kill your mother?
No, well, my dear mother, unfortunately passed away, and
So you looted.
you
her
can't let
corpse.
good clothes go to waste. So you could say it's kind of like a heirloom. It was her mother's before that.
And did she take it when her mother passed?
Yes.
So
You now notice a hole
I-
kind of around the right rib cage that seems to be surrounded by an old blackened substance.
I'm beginning to see a pattern here, Adamus. Tell me, what is your father like?
I never knew my father. I was raised by 4 mothers, as is the way of the corpse collector tribe.
All right,
This
I'm
is-
gonna have a talk with you at some point, Steve, because that lines up with some things. So I will.
This is
Yeah, we'll talk to you
fascinating.
about
I'm a historian. I spent a lot of time reading in my room. I have never come across word of the corpse collector tribe.
Yes, we've been oppressed.
Oppressed, you
Where-
say?
Yes, we are not in the histories of the Feywild.
Would you say
elves.
that there's any group specifically that oppresses your tribe and that makes it so that you remain out of the history books?
Just the standard elf thing. Those standard Feywild elves. They don't listen to the cities anymore. They're afraid we're gonna go through their morgues, which we would if we had a chance.
I was gonna say, I'm
pits
pretty
would
sure you
close.
would. I
So
think
we live out in the forest
the
of the Feywilds.
I would think that they wouldn't want you near their cities for the specific reason of all their treasured morgues and such. Many famous elves have been buried in the cities, as you
That's
know.
true.
The
That's true.
mausoleums, the famous elvish
Some-
mausoleums, along with their famous blades.
Some of my clan members have tried to get into the city, but they're always stopped because they always have shovels on them.
So they are easily identified.
Well, yes, we all have shovels on us all the time.
It can be difficult for me too with my family. It's kind of the opposite thing though. When I go around, when I'm allowed out and we get identified via our seal, it's a little bit the opposite for us. We get too much attention. And then we can't even do the things we want to do because we're
Right.
herded around like cattle.
So
all
what
the
you're
higher
saying is I
functions.
could bring you, and you could distract them.
I could bring you
while-
anywhere you wanted to go.
while we looted the cemeteries.
He's at least he's upfront about it now.
I'm saying that I'd have to be very careful with that. It would have to be of families we did not like or have good connections with.
Cool, I'm good with that.
I will
They're
keep
all
that in
close to
mind.
me.
You
Oh,
see, my father is a really good businessman, so he has many contacts in Waterdeep and also some of the surrounding cities. And basically, my family has a bit of a trade network, and they grew that into a bit of an empire.
Mm.
So we know a lot of people, and even with the few times I've been out, I have met quite a few people. I've even met, I've met somebody that others may not ever be able to meet. I cannot say much more at the time, but As time goes on, you will begin to know more about me and who I communicate with in the night.
Yes, that's all very nice.
I bet it's eating away at you, isn't it?
Is it dead?
It's not dead. She's quite alive.
I have
First question he asks.
I see. I see what's going on here.
First question: establish if it's dead, then you can be can be looted.
My people also have a tradition of taking one corpse back to the village with them.
I'm sorry, we've started with corpse clothing collecting. Why are you
Yeah.
now grabbing the entire body?
Well, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Oh,
But
really?
sometimes, you know, we have too many clothes.
Wait
You
a
know.
minute.
And so every family grabs a corpse.
Oh, no.
We dress them up.
You use them as mannequins.
Well, it's more of a competition, like a costume contest. If
So
you
it's
will.
like a scarecrow contest.
Like a scarecrow. Yeah, we don't fill them with hay though. We used to, but it got too messy.
That makes sense. Now, let me ask you this. Have you ever won one of those contests?
We won 1 year.
You're saying as a group, or is it an individual contest?
It's as a family, as a family unit.
Is there a family that almost always wins that you have a clash with?
It's a pretty competitive market. We don't really,
I
sometimes
just have to
someone
know
has
how
a
many
really good
forest
idea.
elves are going around collecting corpses to use in a scarecrow contest once a year.
More than you would know. It's a small clan of 500 outcast elves.
Small clan of 500. Yep.
I would not necessarily call that small.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the Feywild elves.
That's true, I suppose. I guess in my family alone, I can name over 200 family members. And that's not just my
Right.
clan, that's my family.
Yeah, it's just
But
your
that is
family.
an old aristocratic line that goes
Do-
way back.
Do you want to know how we won?
I'm curious, tell me.
Well, we put the corpse inside of the deer corpse.
I'm
And
sorry,
put-
come again?
We put the corpse. We had the deer corpse, that we kicked to death. And then we put the other corpse inside of that deer.
My god, you turned it into a fawn.
And then, us being elves, we put some magical sparkles on it.
I've written down Mayday Wendigo. Okay.
Yes, Holly? Okay, good night.
I just want to recap here. You won a corpse scarecrow contest by sewing together a Wendigo.
Yes. No, we won on creativity that year. No one had thought of to do it before,
I would give you
Jeez.
that. Before I talked to you, my friend, I would never have thought that there was a corpse scarecrow contest at all.
The Feywilds gets weird when you get outside of the main city.
Them fake horse do some
Really,
Civilization,
wacky
everything's
as
things.
they
weird to
call
me. It takes me a long time to get out anywhere. Though in times recent, I've spent, I guess, a little bit more time on the edge of the forest. There is a few taverns I would frequent and then go out to the woods and talk to some of the woodland creatures. They're more apt to listen to me than my kinfolk and the other bar goers.
Do the woodland creatures talk back?
Some of them. The ones that have
telltale-
wings.
It's a telltale sign of the Fey. They're not to be trusted.
Oh, trust me, I have no association with the Fae. The power that I associate with is much greater.
Be back.
Okay.
I gotta get Steven's volume up, I guess.
Mm. God damn it. I'm getting a lot of good lore. I have matriarchal, carry shovels to loot graves, taking one corpse back in the village, made a
Hey,
Wendigo.
I'm trying, but Steven's on fire tonight.
Yeah, he is. This could be a time for Asm to communicate with the Raven Queen.
All right. While he is away, maybe now.
Yeah, Ragma at this point will leave you all alone.
I will
There you go.
take the sword out of the sheath.
Here, I can put you in like a room.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, my queen, I call to you now, in the darkest of the night, with news for you.
In the reflective surface of the sword. Oh, he's coming back. Do we want to do this? Do we want to keep
Yes.
doing this? Okay. In the reflective surface of the sword, you see the image of the Raven Queen looking back. My dear agent, what have you brought me today?
I bring you word of the adventurers I travel with. I have joined a company that will begin performing tasks for the local magistrate. We will travel the land, and I will be able to gather even further information for you.
Building a network of resources will help bring in more knowledge. Good of you.
I thought you'd like that. But you should know, there's strange magic afoot here. During our test
How so?
to get into this band of adventurers, somehow they added a challenge that was not supposed to be there. They put us inside of a giant tunnel snake of some sort.
Oh, we lost Josh. Oh, there he is. Sorry. He came back. All right.
And we had to fight a crystal spirit. They had no knowledge of this once we were out of the challenge. We were lucky to escape. I will have to keep you filled in on this as things go. There may be somebody that is after us, or me specifically.
She has her eyes closed and she's nodding. She says back to you, "This is very intriguing. We'll send some agents out. See what I can find. Good find, my little feather."
Thank you, my queen.
Back to you.
I am at your command as always.
Now go.
Do I hear this?
You hear a mumbling in the room.
I sheathed the sword really quick.
Are you talking to the door again?
Like
Animus.
you hear like a mumbling behind the door.
Oh, okay. The hold on, the biscuits escaped. I'll be right back.
I'm
Biscuits
sorry,
are
what?
out.
Biscuits escaped.
Sorry. Yeah, both biscuits are out now. All biscuits are accounted for.
Good.
Good. Biscuits should be accounted for.
Animus, I'm sorry. My door was becoming very talkative.
No, yes, that sounded like it.
Like right here. There we go. Peeking out of the.
Actually, that's not my room.
Which one was your room?
Mine's the upper
That's
left
my
because
room.
Homer was the lower right, across from Elika.
Oh, I see. What did you hear?
Right there.
Yeah, he was in there.
Yeah.
Imagine you're just
Christian?
kind of chilling somewhere. Yes.
I poke this with my sword real quick.
What?
You
before I
poke it with
sit
your
in
sword.
Just a little bit before I sit on it.
Oh.
The chair. Okay.
The chair. Yes.
You make some little poke marks in the leather. It's usually
Alright.
fairly thick leather, so you don't like punch through to the fluff.
I slowly lower myself
Oh,
into
I
it.
can't move myself now.
Oh, sorry, it's right there. There you go.
Thank you.
with a little creak, it adjusts to your body, and it's very comfortable.
Oh, good.
This would be a good like sit and drink beer in front of a fire chair.
I will get the fire going, and I cast a small Eldritch blast into the flame, and it creates
Yeah,
a
like
blue.
an Eldritch blast would be enough of a spark.
Yeah, it creates a blue.
Ignite
It creates like a green flame, though.
it. Green flame. Sorry, that's so mean. Anyway, actually, that's something. It's a joke, running joke in the campaign that this is from. Anytime there's green flame, the audience yells "green flame."
Oh, okay.
In fact, I actually think I have a Twitch emote for this. Let me go back to our channel.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. I'm a subscribed to their channel, of course.
Adamus,
Yes.
I think you'd be interested to know about my cousins on my mother's side.
Are these the ones that were in the bar?
Yeah. Oh,
There
is
we
that?
go.
Oh. Oh,
There's
okay.
the emote.
Gotcha.
Green flame. Sorry. Okay.
I did not want to tell the others yet, but they are perhaps part of a rival group that we may need to look out for in the future.
Hmm.
What were you saying?
My two cousins that were in the bar.
Ah.
So we should just be killing your family members in the wild.
No, I'm not
Just to
saying
be sure.
that. Most of my family gets along quite well.
Hmm.
The truth was, I do not get along with those two at all. That's why they got up and left. I asked them politely to get out of the bar. But you should know.
All good, juicy lore tidbits. Thank you.
Yeah.
Things I
I'm
can
really
use.
trying. I'm trying tonight. Steven's hitting it out of the park. I gotta try somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let you know, and I will let the rest of the team know now. But I wanted to let you know when I felt an area I felt was safer.
What is their goal?
Well, they are part of a competitive trading company. Though they are of the family, they have what you would call a side hustle. And they have been known to take business away from my kinfolk.
Hmm. Do they
Okay.
perhaps, do they pick up food from a bar and then bring it to someone's home, such as a peasant?
It's even worse than that.
No, really.
They pick up raw groceries and raw goods and bring it to people's houses.
That's
Not
absurd.
even cooked food.
That's absurd.
All right.
That is
Have,
merely
I-
one of the things that they do.
I have a name for this group, but I now put in that they have invented DoorDash and Instacart, so that's in the canon.
You see, my family has a long-standing tradition of creating wonderful manufactured goods. That is one of our biggest trades. We started a long time ago, hundreds of years ago, with simple things like furniture, and now it has grown more into things like carts and thrones for other royal families and such.
Oh,
And that is how we built up our family legacy.
Hmm. Do you sell your furniture at like a discount kind of outlet area?
Yes, we have several of these outlets. I occasionally frequent one myself,
Hmm.
and some of the furniture there I have handcrafted myself. It is a special line. I have, you see, got attached to kicking pieces of wood into shape,
Hmm.
and
Oh.
I'm able to craft furniture with my grand kicks.
That does sound like a very special brand of furniture.
It's very weathered. It's
Mm.
definitely not something you would find at a normal store, but nonetheless, people actually do come and purchase it, and it is actually one of the things my family does not mind that I contribute with. They like it because it adds extra to the branding. So in a way,
Yeah.
I actually have added to my family's legacy over time, adding to the variety. I do things. I make this sound like I'm very, very sheltered, and I am sheltered, but I get along very well with my family, and I contribute where I can to the family business.
Is yours? Is yours one of those stores where they give the tiny meatballs out?
How did you know?
This is one of the most famous furniture stores in all of
Writing down.
Faerun. Is this what is this place?
This is Faerun. This is the Sword
Faerun.
Coast.
Yeah, it's like Foon, Faerun. It's the same.
Right. I've written down fantasy IKEA.
What happens when me and Greg get to talk for too long?
Yes. Well,
Well, it's funny mentioning Adventure Zone. Canon in their games are is Fantasy Costco.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's
but yeah.
Anyway.
So anyways, yes, I have a strong connection to my family's business, and it's something that I still do on the side. And perhaps I will even be able to fashion some furniture here for our headquarters over time.
Mm. Can you kick that table?
Which one?
That one over there. The big round one.
In what way do you want me to assault this table? What would you like done to it?
Can you make it into a square table, perhaps?
I can try.
Is that within your skill set?
Christian,
I'm very
is this
interested
something
to see
that you
your
can, like-
technique.
Is this something that
No.
you
No,
can't?
okay.
I can't change it, unfortunately. It's baked into the image.
Shit. You can't change those
I
tiles and put
know.
a square table there.
Can you kick
It's
it
not
into
an
a
object.
Can you kick it into a square and then make it a circle again?
I can
I
compress.
just want to see the technique. I'm
I can
very
compress
curious.
the wood so hard that I can make it into a square and then be able to massage it out again. Yes.
Oh, okay. So you kick
Wood
it
whisperer.
first and then you
Yes.
massage it.
Yes. Also
To
with my
exp-
legs.
Oh,
It's a
oh.
great technique, known by very few of the ASMR. All right, here I go. And I kick. I start kicking, and I kick, 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 until the table becomes a square.
Wow. That's amazing.
And now, as you see, I lift the one leg up onto the table, and I dig my arch into it, and
Mhm.
I begin to massage the wood back into place.
Wow. He's really massaging that wood.
And then, automatically, it becomes big and round again.
Amazing.
And now we have, once again, a circular wood
Rock-
table. Both Elika and Homer being none the wiser of what just transpired here.
You know what's truly amazing is that all the stuff on the table just stayed in place.
Ragma comes up the stairs. What was that banging? Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. This table has been modified and remodified. That is all.
Oh, that's a unique skill set.
It's much sturdier now. You're familiar, of course, with
Yeah.
blacksmithing and folding iron over. Well, this wood table has had something similar happen to it.
Interesting. Well, good thing we don't have any guests right now. But you did scare Chef half to death. Just be careful. He's a little bit skittish.
Tell him I apologize. And then ask him for me. How do I make him feel?
Okay, sure. She turns around and walks back out the door.
I think she likes me, Adamus.
I think you might have a shot.
Now, just for fair, like so I think I described her. She's an old, like grizzled,
I know.
like
Exactly.
former like fighter. Yeah, just so yeah,
Yeah, I'm aware.
large half orc, leaning more on the side of orc, but
Yeah.
still half orc.
Hey, you're in what you're into what you're in.
I don't know if I'm into it yet. I will have to see.
You could be.
You never
She does
know.
have that nice cat.
They do have a nice cat, don't they? Yes. It will be something I consider for the future. Is there anything else around here? Perhaps we should ask them the next time our intern comes. Perhaps I can ask for some spare wood so that I might be able to craft us custom furniture, one apiece for everyone in the company.
I, of course, would like a coat rack crafted by your feet.
I believe I can do this easy enough. Would you also like perhaps attached to said coat rack some type of a box to keep other pieces of clothing in?
Yes, that would be fantastic.
I will make it
I am
so.
going to build a skill like a tool proficiency, but for his feet, for Asim, for woodworking. So that'll be on your character sheet for next
I
time.
love it. Great.
Christian knows where I'm getting where I got that from, right?
Is that
I
not
don't
from
off the
Hello
top
from
of
the
my
Magic
head.
Tavern?
Yeah.
Isn't that
Nathaniel
Who was
Quinarvin.
doing that?
Nathaniel Quinarvin? Yeah.
Oh,
He opens
I
elf on a
forgot.
shelf
Oh,
furniture.
right, because he kicks things.
He kicks things.
That's
He opens
right.
elf on a shelf furniture, and he ends up kicking all the furniture into shape.
That's so funny.
Forgot about that.
I
Don't
felt
tell
it
my
worked. I
name.
thought it tied in because I mean the voice is similar enough. For
Don't
So
these
I'm
say
going to
my
build
name,
a
it's
skill
racist
proficiency
when
for
say
you
it.
so that you can do basic carpentry by kicking things. You'll have to roll for it, but
right. Well, that's the idea. It adds to it. It's
I'm going to make it
weathered.
happen. Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, the DC will be kind of low, but
Nathaniel Quinarvin making furniture for IKEA. Now that
Beautiful.
only D&D.
Considering how flimsy some of the shelves are, it makes kind of sense.
Oh, blimey.
Core, blimey.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, here we go. I love when Arnie says that. That's what kills me. Is he's like, oh yeah, this is what I came for.
It's a good episode.
That was a great episode. Christian, you got to listen to some of the later shit, man. I had Steven listen to
I
one.
got it.
I had him listen.
At
What
least
was that?
that episode. I don't remember what episode that was.
That was
but
like end of season 3.
it was great.
It was great. They talked to Tom Blaine Belleroth and his two actors, his fellow actors, and they actually go in and watch a full play be done, and it was fucking fantastic.
The angelic swine heard us.
Yes, the angelic swine heard us. May we rut in the mud like the animals. My God. That's great shit. Now, Adamus,
Yes.
you've told me about your family's backstory as far as what they like to do in their spare time. But what does your family do for business? What are the normal jobs of your kinfolk?
We're mostly like exterminators. In the Feywild, there's a lot of Fey, as you might know, not the like elves, but the creatures themselves. And
I was gonna say that'd be a little rough exterminating
It's-
your kinfolk.
I know it's you would understand. Like when you're in the Feywilds, like you don't have to specify like that's a Fey elf because all elves in the Feywilds are Fey elves. You know what I mean? So we're just elves.
And everything is Fey.
Yes, but everything else is Fey.
I understand completely. Oh. Understood. So
Right,
what
so
do
we
you
do a
get?
lot of-
What do you bring these creatures? I mean, what? Who do you kill these creatures for?
Well, sometimes, like, the Fae can get into. This is the only time to let us into the city. Is like sometimes when the Fae get into people's houses, and we have to go in there and capture them and exterminate them.
Interesting.
Right, but they don't let us bring the shovels. We have to leave the shovels at the gate.
What
We have
do
to
they
show
let you
them.
bring?
Well, we have uniforms, so they know that we're coming in to exterminate, but not to loot the graveyards.
But I'm guessing you do anyways.
Well, we don't have the shovels, so we can't really do it.
Well, you can go to the mausoleums, I'm sure. Bring a lockpick or two in your pocket.
Right, but we have we have a little bit of honor, If we're wearing the uniform, we have to represent, our profession.
So what you're saying is, when the outfit's on, that you couldn't say.
It's literally impossible for us. That they're like enchanted outfits that that they give us to get into the city.
Understood. So
Yeah.
what you're saying then is, even if you needed to do this to survive, let's say it was a piece of food, and
Right.
you were let's say a cater waiter of sorts, and
Mhm.
you yourself were starving,
Right.
and you were bringing this food off planet to a cater waiting gig, you would not be able to eat that food no matter what.
Unless eating the food somehow involved exterminating a Fey nuisance, I would not be able to do this.
Understood.
Right.
Understood.
And there's not many instances where you have to take clothes from a corpse to trick a Fey into getting into the trap, you know what I mean?
That
It
makes
doesn't
a lot
happen
of
as often as you
sense.
think.
You know, at first when I started talking to you about all this stuff, I thought you were partially mad, but the more I talk to you and hear the backstory, it makes quite a bit of sense, really. It all adds up quite well.
It really does, right?
Now, let's say that it's a very large fae. Do they
Right.
let you bring some type of a large box along, like a trap, like a large box trap?
Right. Well, so they're magical boxes, so they can really capture any kind of Fey. So what
Ah,
you have to do, right, is you look at the Fey, and it looks back at you, and then you have to engage in combat with the Fey. That's just how it goes. And then when the Fey looks a little weak, you throw the box at it.
so what you're saying, if I am getting this right, in order to correctly fight the fae, you have to master your surroundings, the space around you, if you will.
Right.
And then you also have to have stuff in order to
Right.
catch the fae.
Right. You need the box.
And this requires also self-discipline.
Right. Yourself to throw the box.
So what you're saying is we're dealing with a three-sided coin here.
Yes, the three-sided coin of the Fae.
All right.
Now, with these boxes, does your group want to catch them all?
Yes, we do want to catch all of the Fae, as we're contractually obligated.
Interesting. Now,
Right.
now, can I ask you? Now that we've gone down this path, I have many more questions now. Are you then able to say use the Fae that you have been captured to fight other Fae?
Sometimes if you bond with the Fae, you can sometimes trick them into fighting other Fae. But the problem is when you leave the Fae wilds, most of the time the Fae disintegrate into a goo, and they go
Oh.
back to the Fae wilds. So you can't use them out here, unfortunately.
So what you're saying is the Feywilds is really more of a safari zone.
Kind of like a safari zone, yes.
Okay.
Of Fae. But the really strong Fae can kind of come to this side and keep their goo together. And that's the Fae that you've probably run into.
Does it matter what type of a box you use? Is there different classes of boxes, if you will?
Right, so there's the basic box, right, that any shop will sell. And then you can get a slightly stronger box.
Would you
We
call that a
these-
great box?
It's more of a great box. It's a little bit bigger. It holds the Fae a little bit better. And then if you want to get
Blue
really
and
crazy,
has a couple nubs on it.
yeah, we have a bigger box called an ultra box.
Ooh,
Right.
fancy.
It's kind of difficult to throw. It's big, right? It's like this big, so you kind of have to heft it over your head. at the
Oddly
Fae.
enough, I think my family makes those.
Oh. You make the ultra boxes. They also make for good ottomans and storage crates. So
Yes,
that may
it's the
be
2-in-1
where it started.
package. thus
They're
being
just
sold in
college
our
dorm
furniture
storage-
shop.
See, they don't work in this plane. So in this plane, they're just storage ottomans.
Right, so they work in both. So it's like for the Fey Wilds and
Well, if it has a Fey in it, so you have to catch it in the Feywild and then bring it over here. But if it's made over here, and taken into the Feywild, it works. But if it's made in here and stays here, it's just an ottoman.
right. Now, would you say that there's any very rare storage compartment, any rare storage chest that you would save for like an exceptional Fey? Like, let's say this Fey is like 1 in a million,
Right,
and you
there
really
are
want
like
this.
there's like 3 legendary Fae in the Feywilds, each pertaining to a different element, as it were.
Ah,
Right. And there is a legend of a very large box that can catch these Fae. You only have to throw it at them. You don't have to engage in combat because you would obviously die.
right,
and
right.
It's
These
called
are
the
very
Master
dangerous. Would you say these are the probably winged Fey? Did these Fey
Box.
actually fly?
There's one that's like a bird creature. There's one that's like a small child with goat hooves, and who breathes
Oh.
fire. And then there's one who's he's kind of like a big cat, but he's made of water and electricity.
Ooh, is he blue and purple?
Yes, you know of him.
I know of this one. I've seen a statue of him before. Would you say that this box that you use to catch these things is the master of all other boxes?
Right, yeah, it's literally called the Master Box.
I thought as much.
It's really big, but also very light, so easy to throw.
They're antiques, yes? Only a couple of them around.
Oh yeah, you have to go out into the Feywilds. They randomly spawn. It's the only things that spawn in the Feywilds.
They might run away. and
Usually
then you
only
get really
once per
angry and
cycle,
go
right?
Chase after them again.
Yeah, once per cycle.
God damn it. Well, this is all getting written down.
It's a very silly place, the Feywild.
Very silly play. We're making Christian's life, I don't know if we're making it miserable or just more difficult with the amount that we're
You're making it harder.
Yeah.
Because now I have to balance this with lore. I have to figure out how do I make these two play nice.
The
It's
longer
it's
that Josh
holding,
and Chloe
it's
are
like
away, the more the lore expands.
Yes.
it's like I'm holding 2 angry raccoons at arm's length over here, trying to get them to play nice.
That's actually a tale from the Feywilds about the 2 angry raccoons.
Oh, really?
We call him Raccoon Jim.
Yes, Raccoon Jim.
Now, to
And
to
Raccoon
go,
Jane.
to go further into these creatures,
Yeah.
and to these fey creatures, have you ever seen a fey creature right in front of your eyes turn from one creature into another and get bigger?
I have. It's terrifying. You don't want to see it when that happens.
Do the fey that you catch sometimes do this?
Sometimes if they've like engaged in enough combat, like sometimes you're fighting a Fey and it just
Right.
evolves on you. We call it evolution because they just, sometimes they get an extra limb.
Ah,
They start out, I don't know if you've ever seen a small Fey before, like a pixie. They're very cute.
I've seen a pixie. Not many other fey,
Right.
but I have seen a pixie.
Right. Well, imagine a pixie, but with like 7 eyes and 4 wings and 3 hands just coming out of its chest. That's an
That's
evolved
nightmare
Fae.
fuel.
And that's only the middle evolution, right?
Right. You don't want to see the third.
You don't. I'm guessing your kinfolk don't talk about the third evolution outside of the Feywilds because it usually gets.
Well, if usually when you see the third evolution, like if you don't have a master ball, you're done. A master box, I mean.
Oh.
A master ball. I was going to say
No, no.
master ball. What good would that do? You need a box.
I can't even describe what I've never seen one myself. Obviously, I'm still living, but
Now, what happens if one of your own Fey evolves into the third form?
we've never had it happen. We don't know how they evolve into the third form.
Would you say that in order for
might be
it
like-
to evolve further and to, let's say, gain levels of existence,
Yeah.
would you perhaps need to train quite a bit and engage in combat with certain leaders of your community that own dojos where you would fight Fays?
No, we don't keep the Fays, They don't like the Fays in the city. But what happens is we think that maybe there's like a certain like rock or something that the Fae can touch and evolve into the third form of the Fae.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
There was an old man who would always tell us that he could rename our Fae, but no one wants to name a Fae. You don't want to get attached to them before you dispose of them.
So is that a common thing then? You fight with the Fae for a while and then you totally dispose of them after a while?
Yeah, so like if they're useful Fae and you feel like you can control them, you fight with them, but eventually the main goal is to get rid of the Fae.
If you find out a Fae's true name, it dies.
Yeah, also that. So there's a lot of talking to the Fae, like getting it to trust you until it tells you its full name and then it just disappears.
So would you say that this entire adventure that you have with the Fae is on the basis of eventually trying to lead it to its death, either through
Right.
combat or through naming?
Yes,
So it serves your function quite well then.
it does.
Now, interestingly enough, I have heard tales of a different type of creature.
Okay.
Let me see if I can remember the name of this one. They're not Fae. This is from a different forest, in a different area. And if I remember right, I believe they're called the Digikin.
The Digikin.
Okay.
Digikin.
There's some things I can't resolve with the Lord Dragon.
And
The Digikin sounds like some weird, like, furry term.
It's like those stuffed animals. What are those
odd.
stuffed animals that were popular? Like Webkins.
Oh,
those
the
things.
Webkins,
That's
yes.
So I call them Digikin because they are a family.
Okay.
A family of creatures. Monsters, if you will. And you see these creatures, they evolve at will, but they especially will evolve if small children are nearby,
Oh, no.
coaxing them to evolve. And then they force them into one-on-one combat. And
Why?
then they will de-evolve after
Huh.
the battle is over with.
That sounds horrifying.
Yes.
Jesus.
Apparently, again, Digikin, great fun for the family.
Fun for the family. Can you trade these Digikin with each other?
These ones
They have
are
like,
more soul-bound. You have a connection with one random Digikin that you would go out into the forest and find.
how do you determine which one you're gonna get a connection with?
You see, I believe there's one community where when a child reaches the age of 10, they're all sent out on a camping trip where they're promptly thrown through a magical portal. And they end up in this forest.
Okay.
And there, they immediately bond with a singular creature with no prior knowledge of it, with no getting to necessarily know it beforehand. It just comes to you.
Mm.
There really isn't a choice. The Digikin choose you.
So like the children belong to the Digikin then?
In a way, yes.
Yeah.
And the children can only get out of that forest and back to their own world by completing a set of challenges, by crossing deserts, by crossing ice caverns.
What happens when they come back?
Sometimes the Digikin come back with them. Sometimes they're good. The Digikin that they have grown with along their journey will help fight and protect the community. Other Digikin only seek to destroy it.
Hmm.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Can I just tell you, I was reading this Reddit article.
Yeah.
This is out of character about what was that Digimon with the wings and the big horn, but it was like small. It was like the little kid's Digimon. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was the one that turned into one of the angel ones, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't remember.
Patamon.
Yeah. So apparently they made like a piggy bank out of it,
Yeah.
like when it was popular.
Oh.
And it had this big horn that was really sharp. So this guy was talking about how he used to work at a Toys R Us, and they would put them on poles and joust with them.
Oh my god, that's a priceless mental image. Thank you. I needed that.
Yes.
That's great.
Holy shit. Jesus.
So, aside from the Fae and the Digikin,
Right.
do you know of any other stories of creatures that are captured for battle?
Sometimes, I've only, I haven't been on this plane that long, but I've roamed the forests, and sometimes there's these humans mostly who capture dogs and make them fight each other, but that's really the only other ones I've encountered.
Oh.
Oh,
So
sometimes
We're talking
sometimes-
straight up dog fighting. Is that what we're talking?
Right. Sometimes they capture like ground fowl, like flightless birds, and make them fight each other.
Ah,
It seems rather barbaric to me, but
it does seem rather barbaric to me too. I believe somebody that my family once dealt with got in trouble for that and ended up in jail for quite a while. He used to play a game where you would throw this ball.
Right.
Yeah. And
It's usually made out of like a pig, right?
yeah.
Like
Usually
it's a
made from
whole
a pig
it's
skin.
a whole pig. Yeah.
Yeah, a whole pig, yeah.
Right. And then throw it.
Yeah. Pork ball. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you know the sport.
I've seen it played once or twice in one of the arenas.
Yes. You know, in these arenas also, I hear in a far off land, there's these arenas that get filled by people they're very skilled mages, as I understand. They're very, very skilled mages who have trapped creatures on these little pieces of cardboard. And
Yeah.
then they're able to summon the spirits of these creatures they have captured, and they fight them to the death in stadiums filled with thousands of people.
Now let me ask you a question, because I believe I've heard of this before. I've never seen it, but I believe one of the mechanics is that they're usually on two platforms, and the platform gets lowered into like a pit of lava or something as they lose like health.
You might call it a river.
Okay. A river of lava.
Sometimes it's just the river.
I also heard sometimes they ride on like these two-wheeled vehicles while they play the card game.
That is a very region-specific version of this contest, but
I
yes.
don't know of this.
Yes, you have heard correctly. Now, the way that the battle commences, there's two types of battles. In olden days, when it was far more barbaric, this is how battles between kingdoms were sometimes decided. They chose their best warrior. They chose their best creatures that they had trained and captured over the years. And they sent them to one-on-one combat. And should a person lose, their soul was lost to the shadows.
Oh yes, like a shadow realm of sorts.
A shadow realm of sorts, you might say.
The
Now-
Shadowfell, you might say.
A shadow fell.
yes.
A shadow fell.
Is
Very
there a shadow realm in favor in D&D?
Yeah, the Shadowfell.
Oh,
It's. I mean, there are several different planes. One of the Shadowfell realms is owned by the Raven Queen.
oh, okay.
interesting.
Good to know. Now, and what happens to them in the shadow realm?
Inside this shadow realm, they are, for the most part, doomed to in this eternal existence of darkness and creatures coming out of the shadows. But they have a chance to be called back, either through the use of ancient artifacts, or should somehow enough people make their way into said shadow realm with creatures of their own, they're able to battle their way out. But that's a very rare thing.
Seems rather intense for a card game.
Very intense. That's why this is how it used to be played. Nowadays it is for simple bets, and people usually just become celebrities from being good at it. You might own a corporation
Right.
and have this crazy outfit, rather large flowing golden hair,
Mm.
and
Wasn't there one guy who owned an island?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're correct.
They
His
seem to like
family-
white dragons quite a bit.
Yeah, only white dragons.
Yes. He had a thing for dragons. Absolutely. See, you have heard more about this than you've let
I've
on.
heard of this before. I would like to go to this place.
It would be fun to visit this island at some point.
I would like to start collecting and maybe competing on my own.
Yes.
I've added to the list D&D Yu-Gi-Oh? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Oh. Now,
That'd be hilarious. Like a summoner class who used like a deck of cards.
that could work.
That would be fun.
That
I'm
would
sure that
actually
could
That would be
work.
super fun.
I'm
be
pretty sure
fun.
you could fudge that into the lore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it'd be RNG.
Yeah.
You have to roll for it. Yeah.
Right. I
that'd
mean,
be
that's how
cool.
Yu-Gi-Oh is anyways. You begin
Yeah.
a random
Yeah.
card from the deck, so it would work.
But every time you draw a card, you have to say heart of the cards, otherwise you can't attack.
Basically. Oh my
Oh.
god.
Now, there's one more that I have heard of. Perhaps you haven't heard of this one.
Okay.
This is in a far-off island chain. It's very, very colorful there. Lots of pastels. Pretty colors. And this kind of takes a cross between the phase that you're used to fighting and these creatures that are sucked into cards.
Okay.
Basically put a fae into a card
Okay.
and then have a stack of these cards, and you go around the lands and you fight other people that have these stacks of cards. And basically, there's creatures that you can suck into these cards that just walk through the grass in front of you.
Okay.
And you can actually adventure with your friends here. This is the only one where it's not a one-on-one combat. You can actually adventure with other people.
Okay.
Now picture
this,
that.
Does this involve some sort of ranch?
This is some sort of ranch. Not a ranch.
Hmm. I don't know which one this is then. I've never heard of this realm.
Listen, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it to you without giving too much away. You
Oh,
might
you guys.
you might say that one of the classes of these creatures, if you were to say that there was elements of like fire, water, fairy, and instead of rock, something more like tin. And if there was two creatures, it would be, tin and tin. Tin.
Tintin.
God damn it. You've been setting that one up for a while.
What is Tintin?
Tintin is... Well, you have to pay close attention to the element type of the creatures in combat. So if two tins would go against each other, they would be, about evenly matched as far as their abilities. Now, let's say you fought one in a tin type enemy you fought a fairy type, and the battleground was a temple. So you went around to all these temples, and you fought with these creatures, and
Okay, alright, I get it now.
and
I thought you were making a joke about Tintin, that like whatever, like isn't that like a dog thing?
Yeah, I was just looking up Tintin. I was like, I don't think I know what Tintin
like Rin
is.
Tintin you were talking about? No, I'm talking.
Oh, Rin
You're
Tintin?
talking
Oh yeah,
about
it is
no,
Rin
no.
Tintin.
No, I'm talking.
No, but there's
It
it's
took
Belgian,
you
The
guys- it
Adventures of
took you a
Tintin.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Adventures
It's
of
this.
Tintin.
I thought you were talking about like Monster Rancher.
No, you were talking about like Slime Ranch.
Oh my
No.
god.
Yeah. Yeah, no. All right. I can see
Oh my
that one
God.
may have been a bit of a stretch, but trust me, that's a thing.
Okay,
I'm picking and choosing things I write down at this point.
that's fair.
That one, if I was to say, if there was a historian writing things down, that one doesn't need to go into the annals of lore.
No, definitely not.
Definitely the Feywilds
No,
and
it goes into the annals of lore.
the
Ah,
annals
yes,
of
the
lore. The Fey,
annals.
definitely the Feywilds, and I would always want the card combatants to definitely go into the lore as well. Beyond that, perhaps there's a tome or two about the Digikin. Perhaps I've even written one myself.
Yeah, that's it. As I'm trying to like get that lore out into the world.
Yeah.
It's his personal project.
Secretly, you have stumbled upon one of my passion projects in my life.
The Digikin.
Well,
You-
more
you
than
have,
Digikin,
like, a-
more of gathering information
Mm.
about groups of people who battle creatures together for blood sport or for fun, or just to
Blood sport.
to say that you want to be the very best, like no one ever
Like-
was.
Like, well, you would say to train them is the real test.
Or would you say, and then would you say to catch them as the
It's your
cause?
Right.
Yeah.
See, it's like that with the Fae, isn't it?
It is just like that with the Fae, yeah.
Jesus.
Some might say that's a little backwards, but I would say it's very appropriate for the Fae.
They're very tricky, the Fae. They speak in tongues.
Yes. And the cause,
I
the
will
cause
say-
of this training is the initial capture. That eventually leads to them dying. Now, would you
It's
say,
almost been an hour at this point.
Right, I know, we're just waiting for Josh to come back. I don't know if he ever is.
No, I at a certain point, like maybe we do like a pickup short session, like because it's getting. I mean, I can go for a little bit longer. but at a
I'm
certain
running
point,
out
I
of
feel like
Pokemon references.
Yeah, I'm running out
Yeah.
of stuff.
We're running out of
So we can
references.
call it. I'm good.
I can't go super late, like super insanely late.
I know.
Today. Can't
I'm
go
good to
into
call it if you
tomorrow.
guys are.
But
I'd like to
yes.
at least let them know that.
So as
we're
we
doing
travel the
that.
land, Animus, we shall collect lore and information on further creature fight rings.
Yes, I will help you with this quest.
Now, if we were to do, because I before I write for before I write more, I kind of need to know, like the result of like a decision you guys make.
Yeah.
Would you
Okay.
guys be able to do like a pickup session like tomorrow? Like it'll only take like less than an hour, hopefully.
I know Josh can. He told me he wasn't going to be around tomorrow.
Okay.
Ooh.
I believe.
I mean, I'm not going to be around next weekend, I actually should be back Saturday night. Yeah, because I'm coming back Saturday morning. Yeah, so I'll be here Saturday.
Well, maybe then the following Saturday we can think about it.
Yeah, like a short one.
Yeah, because we just need to like all that we need to do is like get to the end of like the material so that like I can ask you guys like important questions.
Okay.
That I need to know. Right? Yeah. Let's give them till like 11.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Are we
Maybe we
almost
wanna
to
go a
this
little bit
important
longer.
decision?
Yeah, you're very close.
Okay.
It's potentially the next morning,
Okay.
and it's like evening now. So
Adamus, what type of Avengers do you think we might go on as a team?
Say adventures or Avengers.
Adventures.
I think we're going to have to like. It sounds like we're going to be at like the bottom rung of this company franchise.
Oh no, you're not. The
No?
interns are at the bottom rung.
Oh,
You're,
all right. So we're going to be above
you're the
interns.
ones a couple rungs ahead, stepping on their face, trying to get up the ladder.
Okay, so we're not gonna be at the bottom of the ladder, but I think we're gonna be in the middle of the ladder. Maybe a little
You're
lower
at the
than
middle of the ladder. You're still below everybody else, but you're above the interns.
Okay. So like that intern we can spit on when he comes in, but nobody else we can spit on.
So, if
You know what
you're-
I'm saying?
if you were saying we were at a wedding,
No.
would you say we would categorize it as bridesmaids, groomsmen, cater waiters, us, and then clones,
Right. And then interns.
and then interns?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Very much, yes.
Okay.
I mean, this is a corporate structure, so you're the entry level people. Like they're the unpaid interns, but they're actually
So-
paid.
So I don't
Not
think
well,
we'll have
though.
to like clear a cave out of rats, but I think we're gonna have to do some simple tasks first before we can get onto the real good stuff.
Perhaps retrieve.
Yeah, they're
some
not going to
type
send
of
you
a
out into the woods to
relic.
kill 3 bears
Right.
or collect the leaves of a certain plant.
Yes,
but,
perhaps go into an old grove of trees
Right.
to where only a specific type of tree, you might call it a silver grove, and you have
Yeah.
to do a shit ton of stuff in order to access this fucking place, and you don't want to do it,
Ah,
but
mm.
you've got to do
But
it in
But
order
it kind
to
of
appease
becomes
our
like a
group.
second job to do it, right? So you can get in there.
Yeah, basically you need to, what you would call fetch quests, and repetitively do these fetch quests in order to be able to access the silver grove.
Gotcha.
But then once we get access to the Silver Grove, we'll be able to go there weekly in order to be able to get some type of an achievement for our bosses.
Okay. Interesting.
but
I
you
don't
still
want
end
to
up
do
having
that.
to farm it again and again to be able to access it again.
I
Yes.
hope we don't have to do that.
It's a never-ending cycle. No.
I hope
I
we
feel
don't
like
get
that's what
that
the-
one.
I feel like that's what the interns are for.
One might hope.
Maybe we'll get to like slay a dragon or something. You know.
Perhaps a dragon or two. A gargoyle.
In a lot of ways. So I'll say. So while you guys are sitting there in the couch cushions, you find a business card, and it's an Acquisitions Incorporated one. And on the back it says, "We're built on the foundations of the bones of our interns."
The bones of our see the bones of the interns. It says right here on the card.
Interesting.
You know, we'll have to see what our intern is wearing tomorrow. To see if we'll have to find him one of these bones.
I think that perhaps we should not kill our intern. Especially
No.
right off the bat.
Right, maybe not right off the bat.
I mean, it's kind of inevitable.
We'll give him a while to prove himself.
See, the universe doesn't like interns. That's the thing. It's like how in some other universes, when things wear red, they die quickly.
Christian, is this the same thing that's in Neverwinter?
Yes,
Okay. I knew
that's another
Omen
official
sounded
thing.
familiar.
Yeah, yeah, that's Acquisitions Incorporated as well.
Okay. So it's gonna be it's very funny.
Yes, that's the goal. This is supposed to be silly, like haha corporate joke. Haha, let's make fun of corporate.
I
This and
wonder
that. D&D.
if in our travels we will be tasked to go to a cave and fight two trolls, one named Waffles and one named Pancakes.
Oh yes, Mr. Waffles and Mr. Pancakes.
You've heard the lore behind them, yes?
I have, yeah.
That travels fast, it tends to. Some might say it's a...
Hey guys.
Hey.
Oh shit!
Oh,
wait, hang
Homer.
Now I
Homer.
can hear you guys.
We can't see you.
Welcome back.
You can't see me. Oh right.
No
Oh.
webcam.
I'm
No,
not
what-
webcam. Who turned that off?
It was funny though, because you weren't in the webcam, and the only thing we could see was the Mario hat on your shelf, and it was very in focus.
Oh, it focused on that.
Yeah, it focused on the
My camera
Mario
got
hat.
turned off. Have you guys heard of the ye old Azure servers?
Yes.
Oh,
Something's going on with Azure right now.
Oh no.
It sucks.
Is
That's
Chloe coming back?
Let me see.
Fixing Azure.
no, we could always call it, and we were thinking like we could do like a very short, like less than an hour session next Saturday.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm sorry.
If it's too late for people, no, it's fine. It's fine.
That took way longer than I thought it was gonna take.
Feel bad that you had to do that this way.
So what you're saying
Yeah, I'm used to it.
is that you have to blame Microsoft for whatever's going on now.
Yeah, or Russia.
Or Russia.
That's what my coworker and I were theorizing.
Mm.
When in doubt, blame Russia.
Yeah. I mean, they're like about to invade Ukraine, so
Right.
Yeah,
good times. Let me check to see if Chloe is around, and we can decide if we wanted to keep going
yeah.
or not.
And let her know that there's the option if it's too late. You know.
Yeah.
Because like the part that I need you guys to get to is not far away. It's literally
It's
the
not?
next morning.
Okay.
So it still might take 40 minutes to get through it, but
40.
if,
Okay.
if that's the case, we could wait and do like a quick session next Saturday.
Okay. Are we still on air?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, amazing. Were you doing just
Greg
chatting
and
or
Steve
something?
have been
No, it was me
No,
and
Greg and
Greg
Steve have
still
been,
going
like-
talking to each other for an hour.
Oh my
been
god.
like improving. Yeah.
All right, hang on 1 second.
All right. Oh my god. Let me read through notes. I'm trying to read through. Okay. As a family, carts, fantasy, IKEA, wood whisperer, carry shovels, loot graves, taking one corpse, made a Wendigo, Fey Pokeballs. You just make a Wendigo,
Yeah, you just make a Wendigo just offhand.
It's a thing. Do people in your kids do in your enclave when they're bored? Just unleash your Wendigo into the world. I like the idea that there's like something like like sinister going on in the background of your head. Oh, he's back.
All right. Chloe's asleep.
All right.
Okay,
Okay, we will hold it. We will wait until.
we shall wait.
But someone's got to get her out of the call, though.
No.
I think I can kick her, or any of us can
Okay.
kick her.
I'll kick her.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. So we can resume this next weekend, and again, it's not going to take long. Like we could even do it like before something, or whatever. It's
Yeah,
Not
something kind of short. Yeah,
Yeah.
a mini.
But I can't do it. I can't do it Friday next week because I have. I'll be out of town. I'm coming
Oh, okay.
back Saturday morning.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All good.
No problem. It happens. Shit happens.
Shit
I
happens.
got a good amount of the session. That was a good session.
Yeah, I'm
Let's
getting
keep-
better at this stuff.
You are.
I do have some stuff to talk to you about your enclave thing. So
Uh-oh.
Me?
there's some parallels to some stuff. So
Oh, okay.
Whoa, what happened?
I had to
Josh is
work and
back.
Chloe fell asleep.
Chloe fell asleep.
Oh, was she asleep?
I think we're gonna continue this next weekend.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean we're almost to the end of this one, but or this next point. But next Saturday, Chloe's parents are visiting.
Do they want to play
Maybe
D&D?
Wait, so that's not this Saturday?
Sunday. This is. Oh wait,
I
not
thought it's this Saturday because you told me you were busy this Saturday.
I did.
I thought you told me you were busy this Saturday.
That was last weekend. I was out
so
all
you're
last
free
weekend.
this Saturday.
We
I'm
could do it.
free
So we could do it
tomorrow.
tomorrow, potentially.
Chloe's doing the Power Rangers thing
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
at 3.
Well,
Yeah,
so
Oh,
she's
well,
gonna be out.
because that
she
will
could
probably
join
take
us
them a long
later
time,
if it gets over by 9 or 10, and then we could do that as our second thing that we do.
I can check to
If not-
see. If not, then Sunday.
Sunday, because it won't take long. We don't have to go late.
Sunday. Yeah, as long as it's not late.
Yeah, I could do
I could
Sunday.
do like Sunday night or something, or in the
Good as well.
afternoon or whatever. Whenever anything's
Sunday?
free.
Totally.
Oh,
Yeah, next Sunday
actually,
is what-
I
or
can
even
do
this
Sunday any time because President's Day the next day I have that off.
Oh,
this
nice.
Sunday or the next one?
This Sunday.
Yeah, let's do it this
Nice.
Sunday too. Yeah, awesome. There we go.
If this Sunday works, we'll do that.
Sounds good.
Totally.
Now we're really getting into it. Josh, did you hear any of that shit that we were doing?
I heard you guys were going forever. I
Improv
can't believe you guys are
and
able to do
improv.
that for almost an hour. That's
It
impressive.
was-
That's like that,
We were running out of steam, honestly.
we were
at the
running
end.
out of
Yeah.
steam. I think it's more like it's late at night, but like I mean like that's basically what me and Steven do bullshit wise for Ivan and Mikhail is we try and find a topic and then we try and just keep building on it.
Yeah.
Let me read you some of their highlights because I've marked some of them down as potential like things. Fantasy IKEA, kicking wood to make furniture. Steve's group carries shovels to loot graves. Takes one corpse back to the village to have to compete on with costumes. They made a fucking Wendigo. They Pokeballs. D&D Yu-Gi-Oh? Question mark? So that's the shit that we got up to.
We reference
my God.
Pokemon, we reference Yu-Gi-Oh, Digimon, and Temtem.
Kind of went nuts.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
But yeah, to go more into what Steven was saying, that his group they will sometimes when they're at like a morgue or something, they will take a corpse and they will dress it up for like a scarecrow competition
Once a year.
once a year.
Oh man. Are you guys gonna be around at all tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should be.
Should you do like
Normal?
I'll be around for a regular Saturday night
Will you
bash.
Okay.
Now, would you guys be averse to doing GTFO?
I wouldn't.
No.
Checkpoints.
We got checkpoints now.
Checkpoints.
Yeah,
Okay.
go checkpoints.
Could we do that for like the one game?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then-
The half. We'll do.
Yeah,
the
we
half.
can do it
Um,
for one.
And then what would we want to do for the other game?
It's been a while for DRG. We could do that.
We've
I
been
still have
playing that
that.
more than anything else. We haven't played Sea of Thieves. We haven't played Ghost
We haven't
Recon.
played
We
Sea of
haven't
Thieves.
played.
I feel like we
haven't
played
done-
Ghost Recon more recently than Sea of Thieves, or maybe I missed the last Sea of Thieves session.
No, I don't know if Steven's into Sea of Thieves right now though.
Sea of Thieves, nuts fit in your mouth.
I could
Sorry,
play Sea of
couldn't
Thieves.
help
Let me
it.
just. I have it installed. I didn't want to play it last weekend, but we could play it this weekend.
You're okay with it?
Yeah.
I have that and Wildlands.
Oh wait,
installed,
we
of
tried to
course.
play it and we couldn't get into it that.
Oh,
way.
that's right.
Yeah.
It was out.
We were gonna play it, and then the servers were just
Yeah, let's
completely
do
fucked.
that. GTFO and Sea of Thieves. That sounds fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
I will talk to you guys tomorrow.
All
then.
right, yeah. Stream. Hey,
Yeah,
stream.
talk
Have a
to you
good
tomorrow.
night. Thanks for watching all this. The videos are all messed up now. There's like pieces of us in every individual bot. It's really weird looking.
I hope there was. I hope
Hey,
there was one person who stuck around.
It's
for all
just
of our
slightly
bullshit.
scuffed, right?
Yeah,
Like it always
slightly.
is.
Exactly.
Did anybody stick around for all that bullshit?
Oh man, my head is way off. I don't even know what's happening over there.
Oh, Josh, you'll
Oh,
need to go to
Christian.
her.
Christian's in 2 places.
Ooh, wait. There we go.
Wow.
Oh, Josh, you'll have to go to his computer and like
Sign
she's
her
still
out.
in Roll20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Anyway,
Just I
good
mean,
night,
just so
Strain.
you don't have it open all the
Hi,
time.
stream.
Good night.